Hey Soul Tribe, welcome. What is the message from Spirit today about your bully? About how you can defeat your bully, how you can heal from your bully's abuse, and ultimately, how will you triumph? Thank you so much for being here. I want to thank subscribers, viewers. I also want to thank new members. I got a new member this month so far. Her name is Serena R. Thank you so much for joining the membership. I really appreciate your support. I hope you are enjoying the early access videos. Okay, so what is the message from Spirit today about your bully? We're going to be looking at what Spirit has to say about how you can defeat your bully and how you can heal from your bully's abuse, and ultimately, how will you triumph over your bully, which is a predictive aspect of the reading. And of course, the prediction should be taken with a grain of salt because the future is subject to change. Maybe based on something you hear here today, you might do something a little different in the future that might change the outcome. So take the predictions with a grain of salt. As long as you honor your intuition or follow the advice given to you in this reading, then the outcome is likely to be what it is in this reading. Okay? I hope you understand what I'm saying there. Before you are 4 piles to choose from. Pile 1 is from the Tarot Illuminati, and the associated object is this blue Aventurine stone. Pile 2 is from the Steampunk Tarot, and the associated object is this amber egg. Pile 3 is from the Woman of Light Tarot, and the associated object is this green Aventurine. Pile number 4 is from the Tarot de Croix, and the associated object is this citrine polished pebble. Choose the pile you feel most attracted to. So for instance, if you feel attracted to this Woman of Light tarot card backing, and if you have multiple bullies, then you can associate 1 pile to each bully, okay? Now, if you are still undecided, or you would like to choose an additional pile based on maybe your zodiac sign or the zodiac sign of your bullies, then let me go ahead and add some zodiac tiles. Be right back. Pile 1 is associated with the rising or sun signs of Leo, Scorpio, or Taurus. Pile 2 is associated with the sun or rising signs of Virgo, Sagittarius, or Libra. Pile 3 is associated with the sun or rising signs of Aries, Pisces, or Capricorn. Pile 4 is associated with the sun or rising signs of Cancer, Gemini, or Aquarius. Please take your time, pause the video if you have to, make your choice or choices, and I will see you at your reading or readings. Welcome to your reading, Pile 1. So, what is Spirit's message or advice for you about your bully? Let's move your number over to the left. You chose this blue Aventurine stone. Or you may or may not have chosen Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. Okay, let's do a vibe check here. The bully in question, I feel like they may have questioned your wisdom. They may have failed to protect you. Or they got in the way of someone or something that was trying to protect you. They may have put a hurt on your calm, okay? It's like they were trying to get in the way of you feeling content and at peace. They may have stressed you out in some type of way. Perhaps they refuse to forgive you about something. That's possible for a few of you. The way they communicated with you is maybe harsh or hurtful. Also getting like, maybe whenever they saw you being happy, that bothered them, so they would try to make you feel sad. Or they tried to make you feel insecure about your money situation. Maybe they were at your workplace and they stressed you out at your workplace and made you feel like your money situation was threatened because of this dynamic. They may be male, possibly female. They didn't like you being happy. Maybe because they felt like you didn't deserve it, or they felt like you'd done something wrong. And so they came after you and they felt justified, but maybe they were wrong. We'll find out more information as we go along in this reading. They try to stymie your progress in something, get in the way of your growth. Or they may have stunted your growth, literally. Maybe by denying you money, or refusing to reward you, or refusing to support your financial growth, or refusing to give you money, refusing to chime in with your happiness, or things that made you happy. Maybe they wanted you to feel sad or bad about yourself or something like this. I'm so sorry you felt you dealt with this, Pile 1, okay? I'm sorry. And we're going to get to the bottom of it today. We're going to see what all Spirit has to say about this. Alright, let's take a look at your first tarot card. We have Death. Okay, so this person, this bully of yours, may have brought an end to something, okay, that, like in a major way, may have caused some sort of life transformation that maybe you didn't want. A good example could be someone who, this is pretty extreme case, okay, as an example, but someone who got you fired from a job that you loved and didn't want to leave, or someone who stopped you from receiving certain benefits, or someone who ended something that you were used to. They used to be a way of life for you and brought about an end to it. They kind of crushed you in that way. And it's definitely like a form of bullying, for sure. For sure. Let's get more information about this. We're not going to go too deep, but we're going to get more information so we have some resonance as to exactly, what the nature of this bullying situation is, and then we'll go in deep with the advice and all the all the information Spirit has for you on how to deal with this person or this situation. We have the King of Cups. Okay, this is someone who is very moody person. They're one way one day, another way the next day. They may have been cold towards you, or they wanted to make you feel some type of way. They wanted to try to make you feel sad. They wanted you to feel certain things. Usually not good things, okay? They wanted you to feel bad things. Things like they wanted you to feel sadness, or they wanted to manipulate your emotions, or maybe build you up to break you down, or it could be all kinds of things, something like this. And maybe this is part of why they brought about an end to something. Maybe they saw that you were happy and they wanted to break that down. They didn't want to see you be happy. Wow. Okay, let's get more information. This person may have mood control issues. Okay. We have the Tower. Yeah, this person wanting to discombobulate your shit, man. Oh my God. This bully, man, it's like they were on a tirade, like they were having like some kind of major tantrum, and it's like they were like, I want to break everything, I want to destroy it all, and I don't care if Pile 1 gets caught up in the mess. I don't care. Cold, no feeling. They wanted to take the structures that were in place, okay, and they want it to be like, I hate the way it was, I want to destroy it, and I don't care who gets destroyed in the process. I don't care whose life gets discombobulated. I don't care who gets stepped on. I don't care who gets their life destroyed over this. And you may have gotten caught up in this, Pile 1, okay? I'm getting that this was systemic. That's kind of like the vibe I'm getting for you, Pile 1. This person wasn't, maybe they were targeting just you, but I get the feeling they were targeting a group of people or targeting a system of some type. Wow. Okay, let's get more information. We have the Emperor. So you are respectful of this person, I think. You respected their leadership. And also, though they destroyed this system, I feel like you were disciplined. I don't think you deserve to have this system destroyed, Pile 1. I don't think you deserve that. No. You were a respecter of rules. You were very disciplined and structured in how you handled things. This was a domain, the domain that got destroyed or discombobulated or restructured or shifted or changed in some type of major way that was very disruptive, very disruptive, is one that brought about order and stability and structure, and it was protective. It was a protective system. I feel like you may have been the boss of it, and you ran it well, Pile 1. You ran it. And if that's not the case, then I see that you really respected this person, and you followed their rules, you believed in their leadership. 8 of Wands. I feel like whenever they said jump, you jumped. You did everything they said. This makes me think of like a boss or an authority figure who you really respect. You listen to whatever they said went. You were quick to do what they asked you to do. You got moving when they wanted you to move. If they made an announcement or something, you quickly shared it with others. You trusted it in their vision, their leadership. But instead they ended up ruining what was stable, what supported you, okay, what was good for you and yours. We have the 9 of Pentacles. You are disciplined. You and also I get the feeling that even after this happened, you say, oh, they're gonna destroy everything. Well, I guess I don't care anymore. I'm not going to try to do anything anymore. I've just given up. No, you kept trying to hang in there. You got moving and like, all right, this is crazy, but I need to go ahead and figure out what to do. Maybe you went ahead and started relying on savings because you'd saved money from before. You were able to keep yourself going based on your savings. You were able to quickly get going. Maybe find another job or find another situation for yourself. Or maybe this was a marriage or a relationship, then you're able to quickly become independent and take good care of yourself. You didn't stick around maybe hoping that this person, you weren't delusional about them. Once it happened, you're like, okay, I get it. This person's gone crazy and ruined everything. I need to move on with my life, get moving quickly, and go do my own thing. Wow. Good job. Good job, Pile 1. Okay. You were quick on your feet. You moved quickly towards securing an independent space of peace and stability for yourself. You're like, okay, this system is no longer there for me to depend on. Well, I'm switching over to independent mode. Maybe you became an independent contractor. Or if this was a relationship and you broke up, you quickly moved out and got your own space, got your own job. If this was a boss, an ex-boss. So kudos to you on that, Pile 1. Okay, so let's take a look at your first oracle card, shall we? Okay. We have Winter Soldier. Always, forever by your side. Forever by your side. Winter Soldier. Okay. So, Pile 1, you always need to... I say look out for yourself. Okay? Never blindly trust this person again. Never be like, I trust you, I trust your leadership, I'm gonna do what you say, or whatever. Don't trust them. Okay, look out for yourself. I'm also getting that's how you should view this person from now on. So if you are still dealing with them for some reason, always remain loyal to yourself. You're number one, Pile 1. Okay, you're number one. View yourself as the star, not them. Okay, you're the star. Now, if you're done dealing with this person, then let this be a lesson. Okay, let's be a lesson. Like, always remember that you're number one. That you should be looking out for you, and you're the one who has your back. Think of yourself and your life in those terms. I don't care how good of a situation you're in ever again in the future. Always have your backup plan. I feel like you did. Always have a backup plan. Always think as, follow rules, follow the order, and do as you're told. But always in the back of your mind, understand that you are truly the one who's calling the shots. Truly. You are truly the one who's calling the shots when it comes to looking out for you. Look out for numero uno. It's about you, Pile 1. Okay? Understand that sometimes there's going to be hard times. And you need to be ready. You need to be strong for when that comes. I'm getting like prepping, like doomsday prepping or something like this. Prepping for cold times. Prepping for times when things are lean. Okay? We have coyote, exactly, being wily like the coyote. Trust your ability to adjust to life's changes. Your quick thinking will solve any problems, you see? Expect that things will change. This is how you are going to defeat your bully. I feel like it's being implied either this bully might do this again, or like if this kind of a bully shows up in your life. This is how you should be prepared always, okay, to defeat someone like this. Is you are looking out for numero uno. Always, okay? Be quick. I get that you were, okay? You were in dealing with this person's bully. But I'm getting always trust yourself. That's number one. Trust yourself. Trust in yourself. And number two, understand that sometimes something sudden will happen. There'll be nothing you expect. Expect that. Expect the unexpected, okay? And you will see that this person will never catch you with your pants down ever again. Ever. Okay, or someone like this. Okay? Be ready for, things could go south at any moment. I'm ready. Be ready. I'm not saying, walk around jaded and thinking negative thoughts. I'm just saying, have your acorns squirreled away. Have your contingency plans. Think always of, okay, if whatever scenario you're in, okay, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to do that. Don't expect everything will be smooth, everything will be perfect. Expect that things might go weird. Things might go all, foobar on you, okay? We got another card coming through here. You're, in some ways, if you think of yourself as being on your own, okay, regardless of what circumstances you're in, that'll help you, okay? Especially with this person, this bully. Confidence looks amazing on me. I wear it every damn day, like my favorite armor. So if this person, maybe they said things to sort of break your ego, it could be like that. Maybe they said something to you, because the Tower card is linked with the Hebrew letter Peh, which is the mouth. And this is the words that we speak, or the words that we use to help build up something or help destroy something. Okay? Now, understand that this person might say things to try to destroy your confidence. Don't let them. Wear your confidence every day. Like, it's okay to have a bad day. If this person says something to you that makes you feel weird and you're a little taken aback by it and you're troubled and processing it, but the very next day, or that very next, shake it off. Shake it off, Power 1. Because remember, you're a star. And you are the one who's going to be able to identify that, know it, and own it. They're not going to own it for you. They're not going to claim it for you. They don't care about your confidence. In fact, they want your confidence dashed. Okay? So it's you that has to keep your confidence going. And that's a great thing, because you can trust yourself to do that. You're trustworthy, Power 1. You are a player in this game. A major player. In fact, I would say the most important player. Right? Because your confidence is an inside job. And they're not inside of you. You are. And so you get to guard that. You get to guide that and make that work. That's going to be consistent. Your confidence can be a consistent thing. Okay? Don't fall for the image or the illusion this person wants you to have that maybe you're not that great or you ain't all of that. Nope. Don't fall for it. In fact, go in armed, right? Go in armed. If this person, this bully, you're used to them attacking some aspect of your life, like maybe your, I don't know, maybe your finances. Maybe they like to say you're irresponsible and look, your finances are in shambles. Or maybe they like to say you don't look so good. Be armed. Go to that very thing they targeted. Go home and write down 3 amazing things about that thing. If it's your finances, I have been working on my finances. I've made progress with this, this, and this. Everyone has flaws. Nobody's perfect, and I'm not perfect, and I'm working on my stuff. I'm on the same level as everybody else. We're all here on a journey, including me. Whatever confident things you can write to sort of boost, to remind yourself. It's not even about lies. It's about choosing truths that serve you, that serve your confidence while you are dealing with the toxicity of this bully. And keeping that front and center, using that as your own tactics to help keep yourself going. Let them be wondering. Let your bully wonder, did they not hear what I said about Power 1? Did Power 1 not hear me? I said that Power 1 sucked on this. How come they're whistling and being happy? Because you're not thinking of what they said. You're thinking of what you said. You're number 1. You are the confidence creator and maintainer inside of yourself, not them. You don't get to depend on them. They're useless for that. Useless. Next we have Metal Pig. We're getting the years of 1995, 2007, 2019. Or maybe something significant happened in those years. I'm getting partnership and collaboration. I think that the advice here is that you need to find someone you can rely on. You may already have this person in your life. That's who you need to be looking to. You may have a partner in your life. So if you are numero uno, and then I don't know if you guys watched the Fockers or Meet the Fockers. You remember the circle of trust? And so there's the center, that's you. Then you got your first circle of trust. That's going to be your either your family members, your besties, or your life partner, especially a good life partner, right? Not an abusive, toxic one, but a life partner who's proven themselves true. That could be your first circle of trust. That could be, the first circle of trust, but you're the center. You're the initial circle of trust, right? You're number 1. Then there's a first circle of trust around number 1, which is you. Then we got the next circle of trust, the next circle of trust. This person may not be in any of the trust circles, okay? Well, maybe they're on the very, very, very outskirts. Maybe they're not at all, especially after what they did. They shouldn't be in any circle of trust of yours. Power 1, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. But, that's up to you. You decide. Every situation is different. But I feel like the way to defeat this person is to figure out who your people are. Who's your person? Don't turn to your bully. Turn to this person. And form a partnership, a collaboration with someone who's loyal, who will forever be by your side. Okay? And the way you will be able to tell who this person is that they will be boosting your confidence. They will boost your confidence. They will not be tearing you down. They'll be building you up. Okay? They will help solidify you by telling you that you're great. Or if they hear about this news about something disastrous that happened because of this bully, they will rally around you and be like, oh, hell no. And they'll try to protect you by being a partner of yours, by being in partnership with you and showing that partnership during this time. Okay? That's the sign that that's your person. Okay? Oh my gosh, we got armor. And we got armor right there. We got a shield. Shield of protection. Catch you off guard. Trying to weaken your divine shield. Wants you to put down your shield. Can't cause you harm. Never let down your guard with this person ever again. Remember I said that earlier. I was picking up on that. That, you need to be... Yeah, so, they're trying to... This person wants you to have your guard down. They want you to be trusting. They capitalize on your vulnerability, Okay? But if you keep your guard up with this person by, like I said, keeping your confidence up, palling up with someone you can trust, as far as in your strategies or in life, then they won't be able to cause you harm. Okay? They will not be able to cause you harm. The trick is to view this person always as a potential source of calamity or harm. That's it. You don't have any other recourse here as far as how to defeat or protect yourself from this person. You need to focus on protecting yourself from this person. We have shaming your interests. Embrace your passions and interests. Seek partners who support and celebrate your hobbies. Yeah. See, again, we're getting a partner. Partner, and forever by your side. So, pile 1, get a trustworthy partner, or lean into your trustworthy partner, especially when it comes to certain interests. Okay? So I get the feeling there's something you like to do, or there is some way you like to do things, or there's something you were doing, or a way you like to live your life, or a belief system that you have. I mean, it's a lot. It could be a lot of things. And this person wants to your bully wants to discombobulate this. So the trick now is for you, the strategy, the recourse is for you to pal up with someone who believes the same things you do, who lives life the same way you do, who is on your side of the fence, and you guys support each other and back each other up. I got a hint of that person here in this Nine of Pentacles, this owl, the snowy owl that has landed on her palm, on her wrist. Okay? And so it could be a partner. It could be a life mate, life partner. It could be a bestie. Could be a family member of your family, or it could be something like this. There is someone, or it could be a new business partner that you trust, or a business partner that you've done business with, who is like, I like the way you do your thing. I have no problems with you, pile 1. I think you're great, pile 1. Okay? Whatever, your success is my success, pile 1. Okay? This kind of energy. This is the person you should be depending on. Perhaps you've gone dancing with this person. That's just true for some of y'all. Okay? You see eye to eye with this person. And they're like, when you're doing your thing, they're like, yeah, go, pile 1. They love the way you do what you do. They're in support of it. They think you're beautiful. They enjoy you. They enjoy what you do, how you do it. Lean in on this person and keep your guard up against your bully. Okay, this could also be a thing. Could be an interest. Could be a belief system. Could be a way of going about things that you know works for you. Stick with it and keep this person out of your circle of trust. Never again. I'm telling you, I feel like the reason you're being told to protect yourself here is maybe you run the risk of trusting this person again, or maybe you used to trust this person and spirit guides are saying never go back there again. Never go back to that. You're on your own, or you're with your partner, or the ones that are in your inner circle of trust. Those are the ones you can rely on. That's it. Do not rely on this person, this boss figure, or person who, it could be a friend, it could be an ex, it could be it could be a partner. I don't know, man. Maybe this person here, it could be your current partner. I mean, there's a few people who are married to people who are not nice to them, people who bully them. So this could be a bestie or friend. I don't know. But you're going to apply it to your situation as it fits, because this message is supposed to be speaking to you, speaking to your heart, speaking to your soul. Next we're getting, when I forget who I am, I return to my breath. Yeah, I feel like being around this person can be a little intoxicating at times. Make you forget what you're about. Maybe kind of distract you. Their mayhem, their chaos causing activities may distract you from who you are, what you believe in, what you're about, truly. And the way you're going to heal from this person is you're going to, instead of trying to be, you first of all identify that they're trying to discombobulate you with whatever it is they're saying or doing. They don't care. They're fine with switching up on you. They're fine with ripping the rug out from underneath your feet. They're fine with that. And so this can cause you to become destabilized and scatterbrained, okay? Where you're not knowing or thinking, you don't know what to think in the moment, okay? Your brain is scattered. Spirit guides are telling you, when you get like this, when this happens, when they bully you, or when you feel triggered by the memory of whatever it is, or you're just, I don't know what it is, when you're experiencing maybe you're in the throes of the chaos that this person initiated in your life. So you're getting caught up in it. You're dealing with the aftermath and you're feeling overwhelmed. Just stop for a moment. Return to your breath. That's number one. That's numero uno, right? Your breath is at the center of you. Take a deep breath, very slowly. Count to 5 inside. 2, 3, 4. Hold and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then take in a breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. Just do 5 in, 5 out repeatedly until you are calm and centered in the present. That's a way to bring yourself back from this chaos. See, they try to emotionally manipulate you. So this is how you get yourself back. That's the first step. Then after you've gotten yourself back and things are calm in your brain, in your body, in your gut, now you can try to remember who you are and what you're about. Okay? And over time, it'll get better. It'll get easier because this person's overwhelming. And so it's hard to remind yourself and be solidly yourself all the time. This person is an expert at discombobulating people like you or you. Okay? And so you need to now develop that skill on bringing yourself back to yourself, reminding yourself of your values, what you care about, who you are, your partnerships, what makes you great, what works for you, who you are, and then hold on to that. This will stabilize you. This is how you heal. We're getting number 49, freedom through forgiveness, awakening. Okay. So what I'm getting from this pile 1 is don't go around thinking about how horrible this person is. Don't go around, hating on them, thinking about how crappy they are, they're evil, how could they do this, blah, 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 and stop thinking about them. I feel like this person wants to be the center of your world. Yeah. They want to be centered. And they want to be centered by the chaos that they cause. That's one of their channels for being centered in other people's lives. They want to be like, yeah, I'm the one who brought about this major change. I'm the one who destroyed that building, that program, your ego, your big way of life, your expectations. I'm the one. It's me. Look at me. It's an attention-getting tactic. And so what you need to do is stop thinking about this person. Anytime you're stressed and you think about who they are and what they did, they're winning. They're getting what they wanted. So don't give them what they want. Stop thinking about them. Make them inconsequential by forgiving. And when I say forgiving, I don't mean it's okay that you hurt me. It's okay that you brought chaos into my life. I forgive you. Not like that. Nah. Don't get it twisted. I mean, forgive it as in let it go. Be like, that's of no consequence. I know this was a thing and I'm discombobulated now, but you are of no consequence to me. I'm not going to think about you anymore. That's a way to forgive someone. It's not dwell on what they did wrong. It's just stop thinking about them. Remember who they are though, and make sure you keep your guard up, right? Remember that they were a source, but don't ruminate on them. Okay, don't ruminate on them and what they did and them being the cause. Just ruminate on your situation, ruminate on your confidence, ruminate on your protection, ruminate on those who are on your side, ruminate on your values, ruminate on centering yourself back to yourself, not on them. Okay, and I see that this will lead to a regrowth. Okay, you will become free, okay, of the shackles they wanted to put on you. They wanted to put the shackles of transformation on you. Like, look at me, I did that. Look at me, I did that. Forget about them. And then this will allow you to be free. This will allow you to focus 100% of your energy on rebuilding, on regrowing in your beautiful garden. Okay. Next we have flock together. Flock together. Yes. Find your tribe. Part 1. Here on this channel is your tribe. If you're here, this is your tribe. If you felt drawn to this reading, the Magical Mermaid Tarot, there's something about this vibe. If it clicks for you and this message is resonating, we're part of your tribe. Okay? And whoever else is in your life that is in collaboration with you, people who think like you, huddle close to these people. Okay? and feed off their energy and let them feed off your energy, this will shore you up. This will keep you feeling safe and calm. Keeping things together within yourself, and for you and people who think like you, who are like you, band together with them. Okay? This is called solidarity. I am more than enough. Yeah, this person wanted to make you feel like you weren't good enough. This one person wants to make you feel that your bully wanted to make you feel like you're not it. You're not good enough. Maybe this is a boss who fired you under the pretense or under the explanation of you're not doing well enough. This isn't good enough. The system that you got going, this is not good. It was so good, Pile 1. It was more than good enough. That's what Spirit wants you to know. You are more than good enough. It was more than good enough. The way you do things was more than good enough. Do not fall for the lie, the destructive lie from your bully. Don't fall for it. Instead, focus on collaboration. Okay? You know, your partners, those who are like you, you know, always think of yourself as looking out for you and focus on keeping your confidence strong. This person wants to destroy your confidence that you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're talking about, and it's BS. Okay? We have follow my lead. Jesus, follow my lead. So, Pile 1, you may need to find, like I said, someone new to believe in. Or, I'm also saying that you may work on your confidence powerfully enough that you are now strong enough to want to lead others and be an example for others on how one should be. Okay? I'm also getting that pick a better leader. This is a situation where you had a leader and you're now, oh my gosh, the scale fell from your eyes and you realize I'm dealing with an cold-hearted SOB over here. Okay? Or B. Back away and, you know, find someone else to believe in. Find someone else to put your trust in. Maybe it's a spiritual leader. Maybe it's a new religion, a new spiritual leader that you're like, I like this person. I want them to teach me. I want them to lead me. I want them to be my mentor. Because now you've learned, right, how to weed out who you can remember the traits of this person, the bully, if they were a leader that you were following. Okay, this only pertains to if they're a leader that you're following. If that's not the case, then just leave this part of the message for others. But now you know, based on their traits, what to avoid in a new leader. Okay? It could be like this person likes to make changes all the time. Maybe avoid that. Maybe it could be that this person was too detached and cold in their demeanor. Okay? Avoid that. Whatever it is, look for what those signs are. It's going to be unique and different for each of you, for each of the bullies. Next, we're getting healing is your superpower. You're good at this, Pile 1. You're going to heal just fine. Something is going to regrow. We see this. Look at this sproutling. Look, the buds are coming along just fine. Look how it's glowing with life. We got this growing right here in the desert where it looks like, you know, life was once lost here. Life was lost, but look, it's coming back right smack dab in the center. We got something growing strong. Okay, so you will have a big bounce back. Okay, Pile 1, and you will nurture it by not fixating on this person and fixating on yourself and people like you and your situation and how you can grow and on your confidence. And you will heal by recognizing that you're actually really good at healing. Take note of the healing that's already occurring in your world. It's happening very quickly. And just give yourself that confidence with to be like, look how quickly I'm healing already. I'm going to be okay. You're going to be okay, Pile 1. Your confidence is already regrowing. Maybe whatever they raised to the ground with a fire, it's already growing. You're doing your own thing separately now, individually, independently. Wow. Bravo, Pile 1. Bravo. I must commend you on that one. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at what your triumph is going to be over this bully. Okay? What will Pile 1's triumph be over the bully? What will Pile 1's triumph be over the bully? We got 1. We got 2. 3, and what will pile 1's triumph be over their bully? 4. I'm getting that one too. Let's get 5. I was going for 4, but that one was sticking out. Didn't want to ignore it. Okay. We have the Princess of Swords. You're going to be vigilant. You're going to be vigilant from now on. No one will ever get past. No one like this will ever get past. Or any of their bullying tactics will never get past you again. Never. Okay? You now know the right questions to ask. You now know what to look out for. They taught you. They taught you good. Okay? They taught you well. We have the 4 of Cups. They taught you good as an expression here in the South. But they taught you well. We have the 4 of Cups. You're no longer going to fall for their fake offers. I feel like this person, they're good at saying, hey, you want this? And you being like, or bringing forth some ideology or thought or some type of gift or some sort of offer or something. And you now know not to fall for it any longer. You now know never to fall for it ever again. And you are now self-sustained to the point, this is what's coming, okay? This is how you're going to triumph with them. You will be so self-sustaining and full and content that you will not need anything from them ever again. You will never need anything from them ever again. As long as if they're there offering, you'll never need whatever they have to offer. Maybe when they go away, because nothing lasts forever. Maybe when they go away, if other people have something to offer, maybe you'll go for that. But as far as needing something from them, you will never need them again. And that's going to be your triumph. We have the 2 of Pentacles. You're going to be able to weather this just fine. It's going to turn into fun for you. Even though it's like chaotic, you're actually going to have fun with it. You're going to know how to balance and juggle things effectively to the point where you will be able to, you will be able to ride this out. Pile 1. You will be able to overcome this and ride this out. No problems whatsoever. Okay, we got the Prince of Swords. Yes, you're going to be able to see what's coming. You're going to spot them a mile away. So what I'm getting from you, your triumph over your bully, pile 1, is that in the future, this is what your triumph will be, is that it'll never happen again. They'll never get you like this again. You won't fall for it anymore. You will be able to survive this because you're a master of juggling. You're a master of prioritization. You know when to prioritize something. When something needs prioritization, do what you need to do. And right when something else is about to go down, you know how to let that one go and focus on the other one. Get the other situation prioritized, on and on like this. You may even end up, for some of you, this is a very specific message, you may end up with 2 opportunities in hand and be juggling them and having 2 sources of income. Like, you're going to be rolling, balling. This is going to be your triumph over this person. And we have the Queen of Wands. You're going to become popular. Okay? You're going to become very beautiful. Some of you may even start an exercise routine. This will be your triumph over them, is that you may get that revenge bod, right? You're going to start exercising. You're going to start eating less. You're going to be, and you're going to quickly, oh my gosh. I feel like some of you are going to go through a very quick transformation where you're going to tighten up your abs or your shape, your body, your bones, your cheekbones are going to become sculpted and you look amazing in clothes. And, I feel like this person is going to see you and be like, whoa, how did Pile 1 get to be so good looking so quickly? What happened? They're going to be regretting, not that you care, how they treated you a little bit. I do feel like they're gonna realize, they're gonna see how good looking you are. Maybe they might even make an offer to you when they see how good looking you are. So you're gonna be just numb, dead inside towards this person, and they're gonna be like, come on, look. And it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And this is gonna be your triumph over them, is that you're gonna be looking better than ever, and you're gonna have zero, in fact, negative interest in this person. Zero, none, zilch. Okay. Another triumph is that you're gonna have over this person is you are going to be very good at defending your beliefs. You're going to defend your beliefs no matter what they've done or said to you. You're going to triumph by standing up for your beliefs, defending them, saying what you need to say, even if it's insulting or rude. Even if they maybe like writing it online, and even if they read it and were offended, it doesn't matter to you anymore. You now have found the gumption in the future to say and speak your mind, even if it's hurtful to this person. You're not going to care. You're not going to care. You're going to be popular. You're going to be well dressed. You're going to be fabulous. Pile 1. Okay? Fabulous. And you're going to adequately protect. Another triumph is you're going to be able to adequately protect the young ones, the vulnerable around this person. You're not going to allow the young ones or the vulnerable ones around this person because of what they did, who they are, who they prove themselves to be. Or was it Maya Angelou who said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time, right? So that's going to be your triumph over them. You're not going to fall for this nonsense again, ever again, because it's nonsense. And that's what I'm seeing in the cards for you, pile 1. If you've enjoyed this message or found it to be helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If it resonated with you, then please let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. Just a reminder, please hype up this video. It helps the algorithm notice this channel, help it grow. When you help others grow, others who have helped you, I believe in the law of karma, and you will be blessed, okay? You will be blessed tenfold. Keep that in mind. Thank you so much for taking the time, and thank you for bringing your energy to this spread. Take very good care of yourself, and I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye! Welcome to your reading, pile 2. So, what is the advice or the message from Spirit in regards to your bully and the attacks from your bully? Okay. This reading was requested by some of my viewers. I really appreciate the engagement on this channel. I hope this serves as you are needing it to, okay? You may or may not have chosen this amber egg. Move your number over to the left right there. And you may or may not have chosen Virgo, Sagittarius, or Libra. Okay? Okay. So let me do a vibe check on what happened here. Okay, let's look at to create resonance. We're going to take a look at what occurred between you and this bully, or what this bully did to you, or just pick up on their energy in some type of way. Let me see what's coming through. Okay, so what I'm getting, pile 2, is that this person, they may have been a friend of yours. They may have acted like they were a friend of yours, or been a former friend of yours. Or maybe your friendships were attacked. Well, you know, you received bullying when it came to the type of friends you have, or bullying from so-called friends. This person may have messed with your concentration. Maybe you may have lost things because of this person. They may have gotten in the way of something you were trying to build. Or you may have lost physical or material things. They may have disturbed your sense of stability, right? Maybe they didn't want you to feel grounded, feel like, I'm here, I'm stable, I'm good. They wanted you to feel uncertain and unstable. Well, that's the effect that their bullying had on you. Maybe that's what they wanted to do to you. They may have tried to act like they were superior to you, like they were the ones who were solid and stable while you were not. Shame. That's shame on them. This might have been tied into your sense of success or money. That's all I'm getting. Let me go ahead and take a look at your tarot card, shall we? We have the 8 of Wands. They may have said some things. They may have said some things or done some things to you that made you feel bad, okay? They may have sent out emails, sent messages, or said some things that were hurtful, or said some things that maybe weren't true. They kind of were impulsively just said whatever, like insults, or I don't know. I'm just getting like a sense of attacks. You can see the projectiles being fired from this, I don't know, this like machine here. Not a catapult, but like a, I've forgotten what the name of these weapons are. If you know, let me know in the comment section. We have Justice. This person felt the impulse to be unfair with you. They were unfair. They were biased against you even. That's possible. And they expressed their bias with their words. They said things to you to show you that you weren't measuring up, or they would try to show you evidence that, look, you suck, or this sucks, or maybe what it was is that they were biased towards you, They may be a racist. I'm so sorry. Okay, it could be that extreme. Or they were just biased against you. They'd formed certain opinions about you that it wasn't fair for you. They had prejudices, or they're the type to make snap judgments and not really take their time to assess things. And off of that snap judgment, they would say ridiculous things that were hurtful and made you feel like, who am I dealing with here? This person. They made you realize that they were an unfair judge. They were an unfair judge of your character, unfair judge of you, unfair judge of your situation. Yeah, this person could have been a friend, or they were someone you considered to be a friendly party. They may have attacked your friendships. They may have attacked someone who's a friend of yours, and I got that just from the energy. And let me know, is that true? Is that true, pile 2? That could be true for some of you, but not all. Just take it as it resonates, leave the rest for others. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. I am getting that there was some sort of maybe a fight or an attack of you or your friendships. Maybe you were the friend of someone and the bully attacked you, or why would you be friends with that person? Or the bully attacked your friend, or attacked you for being their friend. Or maybe the bully attacked you for cheering someone on, saying, hey, it's good, you're good, I'm with you. Don't listen to what all these other people are saying. Maybe you're encouraging someone and you're like, just hang in there, you'll be okay. And the bully got pissed. They're like, how dare you encourage this person? How dare you try to support their morale? What's wrong with you? And they bullied you because of it. Okay, said some things, did some things. That's the gist of it. Or maybe this person was your friend and they held that friendship over your head. They were like, no one else here is going to be your friend. I'm choosing to be your friend. So, you got to behave a certain way, or else, I don't know, something petty. Something petty like that. You may be their child, and this person bullying you may be a person of influence and power over you. And they bullied you because they viewed you as junior or just starting out. They viewed you as low ranking. They viewed you as maybe naive. And they wanted to, maybe you were naive about this person. You were too trusting. And you found out the hard way that, whoa, there are some mean, bitchy people in the world. I'm sorry you went through this, pile 2. Let's go ahead and take a look at the King of Pentacles. Okay. Regardless of this, though, you remain stable. You remain stable. Regardless of this, you continued on with working with someone or working for someone who was well off, who paid you well. Maybe you continued to be generous with this person, even though they were a shitty friend. I'm so sorry. Even though they were being mean to you, perhaps you are well off, pile 2. Perhaps you have your own money. And you were able to, you just kept being generous and nice anyway. I don't know. Maybe you realize that maybe this person that was bullying you is well off. And you try to, even though they were acting weird, you try to sort of keep this in mind. I don't know. We got the 5 of Pentacles is next. Ultimately, though, you shut this person out. I do feel like you shut this person out. That was the right thing for you to do. You're like, oh, so you want to show bias while I'm helping you. You want to be like this, okay? Biased and stupid and treating me unkindly and unfairly in a way I don't deserve. Even though I'm nothing but a friend to you, nothing but innocent vibes here, you want to just attack me. Maybe they were doing this because you had someone wealthy in your life. Maybe you're married to someone wealthy, or you do really well, or you have a really good job or something like this. But either way, you shut this person out. You kicked them out of your life. You kicked them out. You decided, I'm rejecting you. Pile 2, you rejected them. Okay? You rejected them, pile 2. And I see with the moon, you cast them into the shadows. They no longer know anything about you. They no longer understand you. You don't talk to them. You don't reveal information to them. You remain a mystery to this person. And even when you had an opportunity where you could help this person, you stopped helping. You used to be helpful. You used to be very stable for this person. You used to be very generous with them, very generous spirited. And you've decided to go cold. You treat them coldly now, and they're in the dark about everything. All they can do now is have projections and guesses and dreams. And, I think that's what's going on. I don't know. I think, all they can do is guess at this point. You no longer let them in on anything. Wow. Good job. I think that was well handled on your part, Pile 2. But let's take a look at what the advice is. What's the message from Spirit about this person? We have Scarlet Witch. Ooh, I love the Scarlet Witch. Explore beyond the veil. Okay. So, Pile 2, I get the feeling like the way to overcome this person is don't talk to them. Don't talk to them. You're on the right track there. Don't deal with them directly as such anymore. Okay. There has to be a veil. There has to be. And if you want to know anything about them, consult a psychic. Or come here, right? Come to my channel. Or you tap into your psychic powers because you are a witch. And when I say a witch, Pile 2, I don't mean that like in some sort of weird, old-fashioned, judgmental, ignorant way. I mean that in a powerful way, in a new age way. There are witches who serve the light, witches who stand good in the universe. That's you. Okay. And you could be a witch or a wizard or whatever. Okay. Now, use your crystal balls. Use your intuition on this person from now on. You rely on your instincts about them. Your instincts will not fail you when it comes to this person. It will not. You have developed certain instincts too as a result. I think you dropped this whole naive thing where you were like, I'm just your friend. And they're sitting there attacking you. I'm glad you shut them out. But you've learned some things now about this person. You've learned that they have a knee-jerk reaction when it comes to attacking you. When it comes to being biased against you. It's like it's innate. It's innate in them. In this bully. Okay? And they just tend to run their mouth. Talk first, ask questions later. Or get a little information, make a quick judgment, and boom, out with it. When they're upset or annoyed, they just launch something out at you. They're not a controlled person. This person, they have a lot of work to do on themselves, okay? There's things that need to be brought into balance within them. We have Puffin. Here's your next oracle card. The fresh beginning you prayed for is here. Embrace new opportunities with an open heart. So, stay in your beautiful garden, okay? You've already isolated yourself away from this person out of the place of beauty that you inhabit. It could be physically beautiful place or your soul. Your soul is beautiful, Pile 2. Your soul is beautiful. You have a sort of like an idyllic, angelic, prosperous, idealistic, paradise-like type of vibe. You can't help it. You have your instincts, they have theirs. Okay? And you've got my advice would be create a new beginning for yourself. I have a feeling a lot of you already have. Okay? Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Because that is the outcome of what you dealt with this bully. Okay? Is the end result, what you ended up with was paradise and good things and peace and yummy things and new opportunities to live life in a good way with other people and other situations, and where your heart can, a place where your heart can be open. You have a naturally open heart, Pile 2, okay? And you need to get away from people who abuse it, who don't trust it. And so, this new beginning you've created for yourself, or you're being advised to create for yourself, will allow you to have that open heart in that space, okay? And never shut it down for anyone, Pile 2. It's beautiful. Never shut it down, because the world needs people like you, and the world needs people like you, Pile 2, with an open, beautiful, loving, abundant mindset type of heart, to know how to remove yourself from situations where you're being abused or misunderstood or taken advantage of, so that you can continue to be there for the world. The world needs you to know how to protect yourself. Okay? Next we have doubt doesn't live here. Ooh, I love that. I believe in my power and my ability to crush every fucking goal. Okay? So, Pile 2. How you're going to defeat this bully is by never doubting yourself, never leaning into this rhetoric, never leaning into their perspective. Ever. I don't care even if they're right about a thing or two. I don't care. They do not deserve, you do not deserve to view yourself through their lenses. You don't deserve that. They're biased, they're mean, they're calculating, they hold grudges, they have very pessimistic and toxic impulses. You don't deserve to view yourself through those lenses, or to, process yourself through that energy. No. Don't doubt yourself ever, as far as when it comes to your goodness, okay? Your intentions, who you are at your core. And also when it comes to this person judged your ability to succeed in the world, judged your ability to do things right or something right. Don't buy into that message, okay? It's fake news. Okay? Focus on your power, believe in your power, and your ability to crush every fucking goal. Okay? The Page of Cups is a very powerful card because it's eternally hopeful. Do you know how many situations people work in their life where it's easy to give up? It's easy to just be like, I'm done trying. The reason they're done trying is not just because it's hard or because you're not getting the outcome you want, but it's because they're not the type to cultivate hope that it could still get better. There's going to be a turnaround. You're like this, Patu. You have a lot of hope. You have a lot of positivity. You have a lot. You do tend towards being optimistic. Okay. Next we have water snake. Okay, so we have access your inner knowing. Exactly. You're very powerfully intuitive, Patu. You're very powerfully intuitive. You may be psychic, like me. You may be a psychic. You pick up on impressions. You can tell who the snake is. You knew at a certain point while dealing with this person, even though your heart was open and all that, your gut was screaming at you. Your intuition was blaring red light, red flag. You're dealing with a snake. You're dealing with a snake. This person may seem calm, colorful, but when you're not looking, they're going to sting you. See that with a quick motion with the Eight of Wands. They're going to just bite you. You never know when they're going to strike. This person is a snake. And the reason they're a snake is because you're abundant. The reason you're a snake is because you have maybe a good job, you're getting paid well, or you have a very abundant partner, someone in your life who is doing very well, and maybe they're jealous of this. There's jealousy going on here. I'm going to be honest with you, Patu. This bully of yours is jealous of you, jealous of the life you're living, and they feel broke. They felt broke around you. There were many times they felt like that. We have the festive blocks, okay? Want you to stay at home, jealous that you do festivities, wants you to miss out on events, triggering you to have FOMO. Okay. So the way you're going to be powerful with this person, Power 2, the way you're going to overcome them, overpower them, defeat them, your bully, is, what they want is, they want to scare you into being more reserved, to go away, go hide somewhere. Okay. So the message is twofold. And I feel like you must never let this bully make you feel like if there's an important event and that you need to be seen at, if they're going to be there, you need to show up. Because there's a lot of other things going on besides this person. You don't have to go hang out near this person. Remember, they're a snake. Okay? Tune into your intuition. Never ignore the vibes. Okay? I call it the vibes. The vibes is, just your vibe on things, okay? What you're picking up on, what you're receiving, what thoughts pop into your mind. That's your vibes. That's the vibes you're picking up on, okay? They want you to stay at home. They don't want you coming around. They want you to miss out. That's what it is. This is their way of feeling powerful. And if you want to get around that, you need to get up, go out there, hang out, and don't talk to them. Keep your distance from them. Minimize them. Okay? Minimize them and show up so you don't miss out on important events. Don't go hanging out with them unnecessarily. When there's an important event, show up. Own your life. Be present in your life. Okay? Also, the flip side of this message is minimize them as much as possible. Never invite them to your home. Oh my God, no. Please don't. If they want to, maybe there might be a visit where you can't help it. Maybe this is someone related to your partner, or it could be that this is someone who is also a co-employee of your boss. And so it necessitates that you might bump into this person in not private quarters, but like sort of close quarters. And so it's okay, allow for that. But other than these absolute necessities, keep them out. Yeah, keep them out. And have a great time. Oh my gosh. Party it up, Pal 2. This is how you're going to overcome them. This is how you're going to defeat them. They're going to continue to be jealous. Okay? I got that they were jealous with this 5 of Pentacles. And with the 8 of Wands. Now it says you're jealous. Okay? So keep in mind that they want you to miss out on things. And they get jealous anytime you're doing a party or an event. They're like, well, why wasn't I invited? How come I'm being kept out? Or how come they're not coming to the maybe you've come to an important event, but then they have like other events that they go to, and they want you to come to every one. Don't go to every one. Only go to the important ones, especially if they're there. And they just want you to feel like you're missing out or something. Don't fall for it. Only go to the ones that you choose. Be in power in your life. Be empowered. Only go to the important ones and tune out and make irrelevant the others. Because I have a feeling this bully actually values your presence. They value your presence, Pal 2. This is another power you have over them. Is you don't, dish it out sparingly. Dish it out sparingly. Because they abused it. They took advantage when you were there and trusting and being there. Then they wanted to be saying crap and treating you all kinds of weird ways. Well, this is the outcome. Is now you have to be judicious and discerning and not go to everything. Let them feel like your appearances are so rare that when you show up, they have to behave. Because if you are not showing up a lot, so even on the few times you show up, they're gonna act like this too. Now, if it's that extreme, then avoid them altogether. That's the advice. If it's every single time you show up, there's something, some type of drama, some type of bullcrap, avoid them completely. That's what I see. Is enjoy your space. Enjoy your garden, stay in your space. So all that I just shared is where the exceptions are. But only you will know what to do, what's particularly fitting for your situation. So take this with a grain of salt, apply what fits to your situation, and leave the rest for others. We got silent treatment. See? Stop talking to this person. That's how you're going to deal with them. If you can do it, stay completely silent if you can. Say nothing. Now, if like for instance, if this is, you have to judge for yourself though. So like I said, kind of going back to that concept, if there's something important and this person is in an important role in your life, and you can't help but deal with them, then when it's their birthday, say happy birthday and don't say nothing more. Don't say nothing more. So how are you doing? Just be like, take your time to respond. Take your time to respond. This is a good way to turn them off. Give them silence. Let them hear silence from you. And then maybe say good. And don't ask them how they're doing. Because this person is biased against you, I promise. I promise. It hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. They are biased against you. And they still are who they are. Okay? Don't expect people to make big changes for you or anything like that. Don't. If they're like this, they're likely to continue to be like this. Let's go to the next card. We have, even in emptiness, I'm surrounded by something ancient and kind. So be by yourself. Be in your own company. Be in your own company. Avoid this person. Pile 2. Avoid them. And you will find that your energy is, I remember I said you have really good energy, Pile 2. Your energy is so good that even when you're by yourself, Spirit is saying you have the capacity to make yourself feel good. That's number 1. Number 2, when you meditate and you tune into the great nothingness, the great no thing is actually something. Did you realize this? It's source. When you meditate, that great nothingness is source. It's where we all come from. And it's actually a very compassionate energy. that if you tune into it, you can tune into and access the nurturing aspect of this no thingness when you're meditating. When you close your eyes, it's dark, right? When you close your eyes, it's dark. That is the key, okay? You're not distracted by anything, and that darkness is a place that is your friend. It is source. It is the great mother. It's where everything returns to, and it's where everything comes from. It's the source. You know, when they talk about in manifestation, where do things, source is sending me things. Source sent you here. Whatever it is you want in life, source is sending it to you, okay? So tune into source, okay? And you'll be surrounded by its ancient nature, and there's a certain kindness to that energy while you're meditating. Lean into it, rest into it, and fall into it. Fall in love with it, okay? Now, how is the weather? Self-discovery. Go for walks. This is how you're going to heal. Go for walks. Enjoy your own company deeply. Enjoy the company of Source, the Great Mother, deeply. Go. Nature is also Mother Nature, right? Mother Nature. Go for walks in nature. Enjoy. See what's going on out there. Don't think about them. Think about greater, much more powerful things that center you. You're the center of the universe, Pal 2. Okay. Think about the vastness of space and reality and realities and nature, and center yourself in that. Way bigger than this petty little person. Beyond, I mean, this person is tinier than a speck in respect to all of this that spirit is encouraging you to go, get yourself lost in. And this is how you're going to heal. We have become a wonder hunter. Yeah, go after wonderful things. Go searching for things of beauty. Go searching for a body of water. Go search for a lake. Go search for a garden. Go search for things you like. Go on a hunt. Go looking for something you love or someone you love. It could be money. Maybe that you're trying to manifest greater finances for yourself. Wealth. I'm not saying, material things is the what will bring you happiness. No. I'm not saying material things will fulfill you in that way. Just do whatever makes you happy. Okay? Material stability, being materially wealthy, makes some people happy. Don't be fooled. The truth is that you need more than money to make you happy. But money does make people happy. It does. Okay? Don't fall for the lie that money doesn't make you happy. Money makes you happy because it'll pay your bills. It'll make you feel secure. You won't have to worry. You won't have fear about what's going to happen next month. Whatever. Your bills will be paid. And you have money in the bank. So in that way, it makes you happy. It makes you feel safe and content. That is a form of happiness. But it's not everything. So that's you just have to be careful to look at it that way. Okay? It's not everything. You need depth, like meditation, going out in nature. Next, we're getting, I envision my highest self and start showing up as her. Pile 2. Just be you. Don't stoop to this person's level. Okay? Don't become a snake like them. You may have moments where you think maybe you want to plot a revenge. Maybe you want to cut the head of the snake off. Maybe you want to become like a snake and take on the snake-like qualities and, get them back and all this. No. Don't do it. Bring your highest self. Show up as your higher self. Chase the things you love. Don't let this person taint you. Because then they'll have won. They'll win if you let them taint you. Next we have prayer. Contemplate and connection. What a meditation. Meditating is going to do this wonderful thing. Okay? And that is widen your perspective. How deep does the rabbit hole go? When you are in meditation, when you think of if you can transpose the vastnesses of space onto your meditation, okay, which is what it is, okay, when you close your eyes, because we are made of stardust. Where is planet Earth? In the middle of space. We are in space. Atoms and all that. What's in between them? Space. I really recommend you check out, if you like this message about space and the vastness of space and how you are at the center of the universe, and your world is so big, bigger than you can imagine, and this person is nothing but a tiny speck. If you're really feeling this message, you ought to check out Joe Dispenza. Maybe you can check out it. Go to Joe Dispenza, actually, is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to direct you. He has a YouTube page. Go check him out. Do some of his, go to his short section. Do a couple of his short meditations. I regularly, or used to more regularly, I don't do it often like I used to, but I still do it some. I would do 2-hour-long meditation sessions with Joe Dispenza's styled meditations. It's up to you, or just whatever type of meditation you like to do. But it's this idea that you have to get into, is that you are a child of the universe. And what that means is something so ancient, something so powerful, that this person's snake-like attacks are like, they're like nothing before this. And so the more you get into this, the bigger your world becomes, and the more irrelevant this person seems. The things they did becomes for you. Okay? And they're feeling left out. Trust me. They're feeling left out. They're definitely getting theirs. You deserve peace. Yeah, this person tried to put a heart on your calm. They wanted to stress you out. They wanted to make you feel like you didn't deserve to feel stable. You didn't deserve to feel like it's going to be smooth from here on out. They wanted you to feel like, oh no, there's always going to be trouble. There's always going to be something to, we're gonna have trouble. Like basically implying that they were addicted to trouble. Their mindset is, I view you as trouble, pile 2, or I view life as trouble, and I expect trouble, and I create trouble, and we should all embrace trouble. Yeah, no, you don't need that. You deserve peace. You deserve peace, pile 2, and you will get it. Your healing has got to be geared towards this. Creating peace for yourself. Creating centeredness for yourself. Surrounding yourself with something ancient and powerful that centers you as a powerful creature in the universe. Lets you see the true majesty of your position in reality. Okay? That this is nothing. What they're doing is nothing. They want to be something so bad. They want to be in a position of power over you and all this, but now they're not, though. They're not, and they're feeling it. They're feeling it. This is how they view life. If you're in a position of power, you get to dish it out to others. Jesus, can they accept it? Can they be? You've dished it out to them, so that's their problem. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what will be your ultimate triumph over your bully. What will be your ultimate triumph over your bully? Let's take a look at your tarot cards. I'm going to pull a bit more information here. What will pile 2's triumph? What triumph will pile 2 have over their bully? What will be pile 2's ultimate triumph over their bully? 1, 2. What will pile 2's ultimate triumph? I'm gonna get 4. What will pile 2's ultimate triumph be over their bully? We got 2 more here. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's 3. I'll take these 3. Sure. Spirit guides wanted to give us more information, and I'm gonna go with it. Yeah, you're gonna end this. You're gonna put an end to this bullshit. You're gonna bring an end to it. It's not gonna continue. They're done. Whatever they were doing, all this, it's done. You've ended it. And I feel like if you have someone in your life who is associated with this person, they've already mourned the death of this person, and they've already kissed them goodbye. They're done with this person. They're not going to go back and try to, make this person important or bring them back into your all's lives. Or if this could be a boss, it could be a partner. This could be a friend who is looking onto them and going, I'm done with you, bully. And you're going to successfully end this phase where they were bullying you. Number 10. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Your bully over this person, pile 2, is that the weight of what this person has done to you is good. They're going to be feeling it. They're going to be feeling it. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, that was all my fault. I wasn't peaceful with this person. Pile 2 I wasn't peaceful with Pile 2. Pile 2 was young. Pile 2 was innocent. I see that now. And I brought the weight of my biases, my prejudices, my bullshit, and put it onto pile 2. It was all me the whole time. So I see that that's going to come through. Also true. And also I'm seeing that they're going to carry on in life. This is going to be your triumph, is that you're going to be ending that BS and they're going to be living with it. Moving on with this heavy burden of their antiquated thinking of, I've got to be the big person in the room and talk crap about people and all this. That's going to be their problem to carry. It's a burden. It's a burden to walk around thinking that you have to be this, that. It's a heavy weight. Look how light this person is. Look how heavy this card is. You know, look how loaded that is. Wouldn't you rather be the person who's just standing in the corner with a glass of wine, seeing chairs on the beach and smiling? I'd rather be that person than be these people. That's your bully's energy right there. We have the 3 of Cups. You're going to be surrounded by friends. This is your ultimate triumph. Is you're going to be surrounded by allies, friends. You're going to be partying it up. You're going to be surrounded by people. By eliminating this person's energy from your life, like you did here, it's going to, nature abhors a vacuum, right? So, the universe is going to understand. Oh, good. You passed the test. You rejected that. Good. You're not getting addicted to it and trying to engage with it and trying to work it out. You get that it's yuck. You've kicked it out. Now let me send you some good friends. That's going to be your triumph over this person, is that you're going to be surrounded by gentility, social good graces, manners, people who treat you well, people who love your company, want to hang out with you. I see a celebration of like happy endings. I mean that in a clean way. Okay, proud to. I'm also seeing like the 3 of Cups, like you're just going to have good friends, you're going to have good community, you're going to be happy, okay? Next, we're getting the Page of Swords. Yeah. You're going to be on the lookout. I feel like this person, I know what it is. This person's always going to be like, full of questions about you. That's how you're going to be triumph. They're not going to have answers about you, Patu. They're going to have questions. They're going to not know. They're going to not know anything about you. Remember I said you're going to throw them into darkness. The darkness of, uncertainty, mystery, or knowledge when it comes to you. Okay? They're not going to know anything. We have, you're going to be a mystery to them. The Sun, that's going to be your triumph, is you might be popular or have a great marriage. This is your triumph over them. Okay? Your marriage is going to go really well. You're going to have a lot of good times in your life. You're going to be very joyful. You're going to be very successful. You may be famous or popular. You're going to have a lot of pleasure in your life. They're on the other side, out in the cold, bitter cold. And you're going to be inside where it's nice and warm, playing with your man or mate or your good friends. You're going to have your little puppy. You're going to have a good time. You're going to have a good time. While they're going to be struggling with others. You see, that's your triumph, is that you shut this energy out of your life. Now they can go take it somewhere else. They can go fight with other people. This person has a cantankerous, fighty energy that stimulates fighting and cantankerousness from others. They like to be struggling. They like to be warring. And so their life is going to be filled with these types of, survivalist, competitive, conflict-oriented type of situations. They may thrive in this kind of environment. It's not your world. That's theirs. Okay. I feel like, they're going to direct this energy at others. This is their energy. This was never your energy. This was their energy. Patu. All that. That was never you. They try to make it seem like it was you somehow. They try to see you have been judged. This is you. And it's like, no, it's not me. This is me. This is all you. That's your bully. They try to implicate you. They try to stain you, sully you. But now they can go take this energy somewhere else. And that's what I'm seeing in the cards for you, pile 2. If you've enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. If it resonated with you, then please let me know how in the comment section. I'd love to know. Take good care of yourself, okay? Oh, and by the way, please go ahead and hype me up. That helps the channel. It's a new feature YouTube is putting out to help promote tiny little channels like mine. Little baby channel. Help me grow this channel. And remember that when you use your hands to do good for others, you are blessed. It's called the law of karma. It's automatically linked. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Take good care of yourself. Okay. Bye. Welcome to your reading pile 3. So what is the advice or the message from Spirit in regards to your bully? Okay, this was a requested reading. Let's move your number over to the side, number 3. You may have chosen, or you may or may not have chosen this green Aventurine stone. You may or may not have chosen Aries, Pisces, or Capricorn. Okay, so let's do a vibe check here. So, pile 3. Your bully attacked your feelings of safety. Okay? Your bully didn't want you to feel safe. They may have made you feel unstable financially as well. So this could be a work thing. This may have happened at work, or maybe you're dealing with someone who handles money or who handles resources in some type of way. This could be, that kind of thing. This person, I feel like they bullied you through creating confusion. They wanted to create confusion. They wanted to keep you uncertain, okay? They may have remained neutral towards you at a time when they should have been generous with you. They may have kept something a mystery from you, like money matters. Maybe they didn't want to tell you how much they had, or they wanted to make it seem like they didn't have any money when they had money, or make it seem like, when it came to maybe when you needed help financially, they like to sort of play a mystery game or be undecided on whether they should help you or not, even though they had the money. They messed with your feelings of safety. This person really, if in the best of times, and if this person was acting right, they should have helped you feel safe. They should have helped you feel like you had a safety net, or helped you feel like everything was okay when it came to money dealings. Okay, they may have been a successful person who enjoyed you feeling unstable. They enjoyed seeing you feel like life was a question mark. Okay, so maybe they didn't want you to depend on them, or maybe they wanted you to I don't know. This person may have been a sadist, or this person may have been sneaky. Maybe they like to sort of act like they didn't have anything when they did, or they wanted to act like, or maybe they acted like maybe there was money coming to you, but they like to hide it. They like to hide that money was coming to you. They didn't want you to know that you had money coming. This is how they bullied you. They didn't want to give you what you were entitled to. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on. Let's see what else is coming through. We have the Queen of Wands, I imagine. This one's not labeled. The Queen of Wands. Okay. Someone vengeful. So this person may have been selfish, insecure, jealous. Maybe they were competing with you in a social sense. I don't know. Let's get more information. Okay, this person may be competing with you when it comes to the world of business. Maybe this person, maybe they attacked you or they bullied you by refusing to be a reliable ally for you, which is kind of what I was picking up on earlier. They didn't want to be there for you. They didn't want to be the one that, because the Three of Wands is reliable allies, okay? And what we're seeing here is some obstinacy, refusing to be a reliable ally for you. I feel like this person may have turned their back on you when you needed their help. And this person's capable. They're capable of helping and doing things, but they didn't want to. Okay, we have number 19, the Sun. They didn't want to help you succeed. Yeah, that's really the core way of how this person bullied you is, and I see that it could have been a female, though it could have also been a male, like a motherly type of figure, or maybe a friend, or just someone in your life who had the opportunity to, they didn't want to be patient and wait for you while your situation grew and came to a head until you were successful. Okay, yeah, this person bullied you by causing you delays. Perhaps they would take their time in helping you. They act undecided and kind of hesitant to help you to succeed. I feel like this person knew that you were destined for success. Or maybe you developed some type of, maybe you had, pile 3, maybe you had been successful in some type of way already. And because of this, maybe they were jealous and didn't want to help you be even more successful. They didn't want you to be happy. They didn't want you to be happy. They didn't like seeing your happiness. They, maybe they made you wait. It could be also that maybe you did business with this person, or you were in a relationship with this person somehow. And this is also the commerce card. This is about commerce. And they took their sweet time getting back with you on, things to help you succeed in business, whether it was investment, whether it was their activity, whether it was helping you out in a way that you might expect them to. So I get this sense of expectation, like they've been a parent or a sibling or someone who's supposed to care about that for you. And I don't get that they were limited in some type of way, or like they had something going on. They're very capable of helping you. But for some reason, maybe due to jealousy, or maybe due to vindictiveness, or maybe holding a grudge, or maybe being selfish, they just didn't want to help you. They didn't want to help you be successful. It could be a vindictive thing, though. I do feel it's vindictive because we're talking about bullying here. So it could be that maybe they were getting back at you or bullying you because they feel that for your success, they were getting back at you because you're successful. They were getting back at you because you were having pleasure in life. You seem to enjoy your life and be happy. And so they were, maybe felt resentment about this, maybe some jealousy. And this is how they got back at you. And maybe they want to see you. They're like, how come you're always so happy? How come Pile 3 is always so happy? I want to see them be negative for once. I want to see them be depressed. I want to see them be sad. And this is how they were trying to maybe subconsciously trying to get that to happen to you. They just didn't like how you seem to successfully cultivate happiness and repeatedly choose to be happy. Something people don't realize is that happiness is a choice. It's a choice. Sure, you can have a good reason for being happy, but if some things are going down that aren't going your way exactly or what you're wanting, you can easily go cultivate happiness separately from that. Your happiness does not have to be dependent on certain external circumstances coming to pass for you. Okay? It doesn't have to be like that. And I feel like this is how you are. Part 3, you choose and cultivate happiness, and this person resented you for it. We're getting the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, okay, so this may be the Page of Wands. Yeah, they definitely procrastinated. Or I feel like they may have procrastinated in helping you or being there for you. Or they took their time showing up at places when you needed them to be there. And you would wait and wait and wait, and this was them being petty. This was their way of bullying you because you had a happy life, and the message is still the same. It could be because they think you're pretty, they think you're cute, or you're handsome, or you're good looking, you're happy, you're charming, and this is why they would drag their feet on helping you. They're petty. They have a lot of work to do on themselves. A lot of work. So I see that you did whatever you needed to do. You didn't let their behavior stop you from being the best version of yourself. When it was time to be a good hostess, you were a good hostess. When it was time, if they were ever coming by to visit you, you always made sure everything was right. The beds were made, they're staying over. If there's food to be cooked, you cooked food. You didn't play a vindictive game with them. Okay? You were nurturing of them. You went on to become a success anyway. You focused on nurturing your success regardless of how they were behaving. You didn't use their behavior as an excuse, like maybe they were hoping you would subconsciously, to say, to hell with it. I'm going to be depressed. I'm going to be angry. I'm going to stop trying. No, you stayed on point. Part 3. I'm so proud of you. We have 20. This is Judgment, Awakening. You let whatever it is that maybe they caused something of yours to die. Maybe because they didn't show up to help you with something. You ended up losing something. But you kissed that thing adieu and you went on to start something new. To start something new somewhere else. And you did it joyfully with an open heart. You didn't sit there moping and crying over how this person didn't help you, how your bully failed you, how you're certain your bully procrastinated because they wanted to see you fail, and now this thing has failed, and now it's all their fault. You didn't indulge in this. You may have mourned for a little bit and marked it and been like, that was a dream I would have liked to see happen. A little sad about that. But hey, I'm going to go start that new dream over there. See, you maintained your happiness, you maintained your positivity, you maintained your business acumen, you maintained your will, your drive. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you continue to work hard. Regardless of what this person tried to do to sabotage your sense of ambition or sabotage your plans to be a success. You continued working hard, you continued being reasonable, you continued being hardworking, you continued you pressed on, okay, and you made that coin, you cultivated that coin, you allowed yourself to forgive and move forward and create a new situation for yourself. You didn't mope to, maybe 15 minutes of moping, maybe a day, something like this. You gave it its due, but you moved on, and you did not indulge in blame and all this. You didn't let that be the story of your life. I'm so proud of you, Pile 3. So proud of you. And you've gone on to create a new situation for yourself. Some of you may wanted to go have children. You had a good marriage, and now you've had children. You've moved on. You've progressed in life. You've not let anything or anyone stymie you or hold you back, Pile 3. Awesome. Let's go ahead and take a look, though, because I do see that you went through a stage of mourning here. It did have an impact. You did lose something. Let's take a look at how you can defeat or overcome your enemy. Your bully. Okay, we have the runaways. What are we left with? Yeah, you didn't let what was lost distract you, Pile 3. So how you're going to defeat is to continue to do what it is you are doing, which is focus on what's left. Look, this person's mourning at their graveyard. But look, they're saying hello to that baby over there, that new thing that's coming. It's got their attention. That new calling, new business idea, new situation, new way of looking at life. You are moving towards it, and that's why Spirit is telling you to continue doing that. Run away from this yucky energy of this person trying to hold you back through their procrastinations and their petty, sort of like passive aggressive type behavior. And you are moving on to focus on what's left. That's what Spirit is telling you. This is how you're going to defeat them. Is focus on what's ahead of you. What's moving, what's making progress. Go link up with those things. And I feel like you might be looking back at them going, why aren't you coming along? Why aren't you moving in your life? It's because they're being obstinate, they're being resentful, they're being jealous. And it's like they're spiting themselves to hurt you. They're hurting themselves to hurt you. Wow. Okay, let's keep it moving. We got Gorilla. Ooh, powerful creature. Strength is not just physical. It's a power of gentleness and wisdom. Use your calm nature. Stay calm. It's being recommended that you stay calm, Pile 3. Strength is not just physical. It's a power of gentleness and wisdom. Use your calm nature. So you're a powerful you're a powerful creature, Pile 3. You're a powerful person. Oh my gosh. Spirit is acknowledging it here. Okay? You have the heart of a dragon. You have the energy of a gorilla. Like, you are strong. Okay? But Spirit is urging you to be calm, to be self-controlled, to not lose your temper in dealing with this person. This is how you're going to defeat them. Is you're not going to allow their energy. They're trying to cause you to be frustrated. That's what it is, with the waiting and them not showing up. That's implying frustration. They want you to be frustrated. Don't be frustrated. Be at peace. Okay? Be at peace. Maintain that. I feel like you already were. But it's like Spirit guides are just saying, yes, continue with that. You're getting confirmation on how you've chosen to respond to your bully. You're on the right path. I deserve every ounce of joy and pleasure this life has to offer. Exactly. Be happy. Remember I said you're always happy and all this, and they don't like that? This is how you're going to defeat them, is be happy. Let that, while they're doing all that, show how happy you are and how your life is just so full of joy. It's like what they're doing doesn't even matter. That's gonna really, oh my gosh, that's really gonna get in their crawl. That's really gonna make them feel irrelevant, make them feel like hurting you or trying to hurt you is pointless. They're hurting themselves to do it, okay? But they're gonna realize that the hurt starts and ends with them. It doesn't go your way. It does not reach you. This is one way you're gonna defeat them. Another way you're gonna defeat them is by you enjoying your life, truly. If you're enjoying your life and that what they try to do is not having an effect on you, you win. You're happy. The sun is shining brightly in your life. You're singing, you're dancing, you're having fun. You're living it up. You're celebrating the good things in life. You're a gratitude-minded person. Okay? That's code word for, gratitude attitude. Okay? Maintain your gratitude. This is how you're going to defeat your bully's influence and defeat your bully's energy. Okay? Next we have wood sheep. Nature is your healer. Okay. It's already talking about healing. Okay? Go outside. Bring nature into your home. Eat your vegetables. Relish in the wonder of Mother Nature, Mother Earth. Do not allow them to hold you back when it comes to, you need to surround yourself with nature. That's really what it is. Okay? She is the ultimate healer. Whether it's being outside, eating healthy foods, making sure you eat lots of vegetables, making sure you use products that are preservative free, that are very processed very little, and I'm talking about, I'm not saying go buy expensive things. I'm talking about just choose that as much as you can in your life. This is going to bring you a certain type of power. It's going to keep your energy pure. It's going to keep you free of toxins. This is going to bring beauty into your life. This is going to be part of your glow up, and it's going to be a good way for you to defeat your bully. You get the feeling your bully might be slim, okay? Maybe they think that they have this over on you or something. Well, start eating healthy. You're going to look good. You're going to be glowing, okay? And if they're not slim, remember I said take it as it resonates, leave the rest for others. What I'm getting is that the way you can defeat this person is by choosing health at every turn. This is going to lead to you having longevity. This is going to lead to you having cleaner energy. So whatever you're trying to manifest is going to come through more quickly and cleanly because you're honoring Mother Nature. We have cord cutting juju, breaking your connections, cutting you out of a situation, removing your energy from a love interest. Yeah. So just whatever it is that you are trying to involve them in or whatever, or you're trying to hold on to this person, let them go. This is how you overcome them. Let them go. So I see you looking back here, kind of like, are you coming? To your bully. And your bully is like obstinate, man. They so desperately do not want you to succeed that they're willing to spike their own nose, shoot themselves in the foot to make that happen. Leave them behind. That's too vindictive. And I think you need to cut them out of your situation. That's what Spirit is saying to you. Remove your energy from them. Break the connection. Yes. If this is indeed what I've been seeing, this is what Spirit is saying you should do. Okay? This is how you're going to overcome them, is to remove their influence from your life, because they're trying to hold you back, fam. They don't want to see you succeed. Why would you leave that? I don't care if they're your sister. I don't care if they're your bestie since 3rd grade. I don't care if they're your mom. It's called a cord cutting ritual. Okay? You can do this through meditation. You can do this through a spell. You can use holy water. I don't know how you're going to do it. Look it up. Research it. Okay? One of my favorite ones is to do it. I use an oil. Let me see. Yeah, I use this. And this is not sponsored, okay? But I'll go ahead and put their link there in my video, so you can buy it if you want it. If you buy it through that link, I get a small profit. That would be, if you can do that, I would really appreciate it. Help support this channel, keep it going. We have Archangel Gabriel Palo Santo smudge spray for clearing and protection. Spray that, okay, and then do a meditation. Go into a deep meditation. First of all, clear your mind, clear your spirit, clear your energy. Go into the darkness. Okay, that's what I call it. You go into the darkness. Close your eyes. And then while you're sitting there, you know, just imagine there are all these strings coming off of your body that, you know, these are etheric cords, okay, that are attached to the people you care about and the people that you hate, to be honest. You know, the way to really get rid of people that you hate is to cut that cord and let them go and stop caring about them, okay? That's healing, all right? Now, you will pull your energy up your spine and form a white ball of energy above your head, and then shape that white ball of energy that's hovering above your head, it's all about visualization, into a pair of scissors. And then you're going to float that scissors down to the cord that's attached to that person. Find where that person is attached on your body. And I do this by tracking the sensation. I think about the person and how much I care about them or whatever, or how I feel about them, and then track where I'm feeling that in my body. When you can feel some type of pull or some type of tension somewhere in your body, it could be on your shoulder, it could be in your side of your belly, it could be your arm, it could be sticking out your torso, it could be your knee, I don't know. But you're going to know, you're going to then imagine a cord stretching out from that point, out away from your body, and on the end of it, it's going to be a face of that person attached to that cord, okay? You want to take the etheric, energetic scissors and just go in and cut that cord, okay? Cut it. And then it's going to start to drift away from your body like a balloon with the person's head on a kind of bubble attached to the end of it. And then as it's floating away, wave at it and go, I wish you goodbye. I let you go. I wish you goodbye. I let you go. I let things flow. May God protect me. Okay? Focus on you. God protect me. I love myself. God loves me. I let you go. Wave as it floats away. Watch it float away. That's what I do. And then I, bring myself back to the present, and I open my eyes. Okay. So you may want to do this multiple times, depending on how, if you keep thinking about them, you find you're still concerned about them. So think about it. Do the cord cutting ritual again. You may have to do it, depending on how strongly attached you are to this person, 5 or even 10 times. One time I had to do it only one time, and that was good for this person that I did it with. Okay. This was someone who was causing me stress. They were refusing to, I was wanting to do something with them and they didn't want to come through on their end. And I was so heavily invested. It was kind of like this, actually. I decided to let them go. And just that one cord cutting ritual, meditative ritual, and I was done thinking about them. I moved on to other things, other ways I wanted to do my life, how I wanted to make this thing happen for myself. On and on like this, okay? This might be a love interest too, that you wanted you wanted them so badly to be part of this business venture or be a part of your life and be a fixture in your life. And they just didn't want to be a fixture in your life. It could be a friend, they didn't want to be there because they were jealous of how good you have it or jealous of your sunny disposition, okay? They wanted to see you be sad because they're like, that's not normal, that's not natural, you should be sad. Get the hence, okay? Get the hence. Next we have threatening behavior. Protect yourself by seeking help and removing yourself from threatening situations. Safety is paramount. So I get the feeling this person, I feel like Spirit is saying this person was threatening your happiness. They're threatening your happiness. They're threatening, maybe if you have a happy marriage, they were threatening that happy marriage in some type of way. Okay? They didn't want you to feel safe. They wanted you to feel unstable. And so what you're going to do is, Spirit's advice on how you can overcome this person is, again, I'm getting another cord cutting ritual. We got a cord, right? On the cord cutting card. You see that? Look, we got another cord here. So it's like you bound yourself to this person. You want to undo this cord and get away from that fire. Their fire. Spirit is warning you that this person is dangerous in that way. They're dangerous to your self-esteem, to your well-being, to your happiness. They want you to burn. They want you to feel pain. You need to untie that cord. Again, I'm getting another hint about this cord cutting and get away from this fire. This is how you're going to defeat them. Okay? Now let's take a look at how you're going to heal from them, because I get the feeling that this may have hurt you. You really wanted them. You literally mourned the death of this person. You mourned the death of a situation that they were supposed to be a part of, maybe, and it didn't work because they didn't show up. I don't know. It says, in stillness, my truth becomes louder. Meditate. Meditate. Close your eyes and let yourself sink into source. Okay? Let yourself sink into where source is, where everything comes from, that dark place. All right, the like almost like the amniotic fluid, right? Yeah, the amniotic fluid in the womb, where we all came from. All things come from source, and it's dark. You close your eyes, you know, it's the place of no thing, where everything comes from. And you close your eyes, it's dark. That's source. Tune in to that frequency. And in that stillness, you will see that you are very important to the Great Mother. The Great Mother is source. Okay, that's how I view her. And you're going to be lost in this. You're going to be held in this. And it's so vast. Your truth that you deserve, every fucking ounce of joy and pleasure in this life is going to reign supreme. No one's going to take that away from you. Not even your bully. Your bully's not going to succeed there. This is how you're going to heal. Okay. Next, we're getting giving your gifts, awakening. Yeah. You have gifts to give. Pile 3. You're gifted. You are gifted. There's something you have come to planet Earth to do. You're a powerful person. You have a calling. So focus on that. Focus on that. This is how you're going to heal. Turn your energy and all of your attention to saying, I arrived on this planet Earth with gifts. Now, where do I start? What do I need to be doing? I need to be focusing on that. That is your life mission. This is how you're going to be healing. Next, we're getting number 35. Court the too good and true. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is so consistent for you. Joy, pleasure, good, true. You are designed for positive things. I'm saying polarity is important, because how do you enjoy the good things without getting a taste of the bad, right? You mourn something. When something ends, you're aware that sometimes good things come to an end, and that's okay. A phase of your life that you thought was great comes to an end. But then there is still more good to be had. Good is infinite. Pile 3. So focus on that. Look for that. We're getting nature here again. More nature. Focus on the power of nature to heal you. Go outside, be in nature, go hiking, come home, eat a salad. Connect to nature within yourself. Surround yourself with nature. Okay? And understand that, focus on only the things that will make your life a paradise. Focus on those things. Don't focus on this disappointing, yucky energy. We have, my soul is infinite and divine. What did I say? You are infinite. Maybe not, I didn't say those words, but that is what is implied. When you approach source and you get lost within source, source is infinite. Source is the infinite source, is the infinite beginning of everything. The no thing, when you close your eyes, that darkness, that's the Great Mother. Everything comes from that darkness, and everything will return to that darkness. Your soul is infinite and divine. Okay? This is how you're going to heal, is by affirming this to yourself. Because I feel like you need to be reminded of how big everything is. How big reality is. Think of how big reality is. Still not big enough. You still have not conceived of how big it is. Keep going. And that is how big your personal reality is. The personal reality that you have full access to, like every other human. When you close your eyes, that darkness you become aware of, the awareness of that darkness is a power that, it's a gift. It's a gift. And if you know how to tap into it as, a place where you go to shed these minor petty upsets and vagaries, okay, and focus on the larger truth, which is that you are an infinite, powerful soul, gifted and talented, here to bring something of value, okay, here to enjoy to the deepest capacity what life has to offer you, you're going to be fine. That's what you need, okay, to heal. We have the Magi, signs and divine timing. You need to be patient. It's coming. Whatever it is you're looking for, it's coming. Keep aligning yourself through meditation. Keep reminding yourself of why you're here, of your gifts. Keep courting the good, the true, the joyful, the pleasurable. Okay? Keep aligning yourself with what is wholesome, like nature. Okay? Cut the cords of things that are trying to sort of mire you in what's irrelevant. And just, look at the fire. Look, meditate. Make your wish. When you're there, when you're connected with Source and you're deep in that meditation, in all that silence, all that stillness, speak your truth. And your truth will be loud. Your truth will be resounding. Your truth will be heard by universe, the great mother, and it will be reflected back at you, and you will have, look, the Magi is looking at the star. And the star is reflecting that light back at the Magi. Look what's in his hand. Okay? Some might say this is an offering. Okay? You're offering up your attention to that darkness. You're offering up your attention to Mother, the Great Mother of subconsciousness, the Source. Okay? And when you do, she acts like the great mirror and reflects back at you what you brought to her. So this is how you're going to heal. You're going to be able to manifest whatever it is you want. I see that. We have detach with love. Yes, again, you're being reminded to detach. I mean, look at the resonance, right, with all the cord cutting next to the cord cutting. And when you cut that cord, oh my gosh, this opens up wide your connection to Source. When you come to Source clean, okay, without these negative, low vibrational attachments, your prayers are more powerful. Your manifestations are more profound. So detach with love. Not in a way like I hate you, you suck, but just I can't do your vibe. Can't do your vibe. I gotta do my vibe. I'm a child of the universe. I'm connected. They're a child of the universe too, but they're lost for now. They're gonna find their way. They're on a journey. And so they're being made to go through these experiences so that one day they can look back and go, oh my gosh, they can see the error of their ways. They're being set up to see the error of their ways at some point, either in this lifetime or the next. It'll come. But in the meantime, don't get stuck dealing that. Let that be them, so you don't get held back, you see. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at exactly what will be the ultimate triumph you're going to have over this bully's energy, their negative energy. It's not necessarily a competitive thing. It's just, they try to bring a certain energy into your world. So how are you going to triumph over this energy, right? What triumph are you going to have over it? Bully's energy. You're going to get 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, let's take a look. You will persevere. You're a hanger on. You're not a quitter like your bully. Okay, they didn't show up, they're procrastinating and all this. That's how they live their lives. But you will be hanging in there. You'll be hanging in there. You'll be safe too. You'll be safe, right? You're going to be protected from this energy. You are. It says here, safety is paramount. You need to get away from that fire. You will, because I can see there's a wall here protecting you, keeping you safe from the other side. Okay. Next, we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Your triumph is that you're going to be able to watch the grapes ripen on the vine. Okay. Your hard work is going to pay off. You're a hardworking person. You're working at something, and you've stayed focused, and it's ripening. You're gonna see a harvest. You're gonna see a rich harvest of whatever it is you're investing yourself into. Definitely. Okay. And as you harvest, more's coming. Then you harvest, more's coming. It's just gonna be like an ever-flowing source of good things. We got the 2, which is the High Priestess. Okay. You're going to be connected with Source. That's what I see. You're going to be connected with ancient knowledge that's going to make you a very powerful seeress, priestess, or priest. You're going to be very tied into the Akashic records. You're going to know what you need to do. You're going to be linked to source power. You're going to be linked to the universe, being guided, aware. You see your hairs are acting like antenna. Okay? Your hair is going to grow. Okay? Maybe this person was stressing you out and your hair wasn't growing or something. This is very specific. I know. Just apply it as it fits and leave the rest for others. Your hair is going to flourish. That's going to be a sign in the future. It's what's going to happen in the future that your situation is getting better and you release them. When your hair starts growing thickly, that's when you know you have succeeded in cutting this person off. If your hair is already thick, then what's going to happen in the future is that your hair is going to act as an antenna to connect you to source. And even if you're short-haired, it doesn't matter. I see that you're going to be richly and powerfully connected to whatever you need to know. It could go beyond the spiritual. It could be about knowledge. You're going to become connected to the knowledge that you need. You're not going to need this person for that knowledge. You're going to be intimately connected to the knowledge. We have the Three of Pentacles. You're going to find quality people to work with. Quality people who will team up with you. Professionals themselves. Very dedicated. And they'll say, okay, you're doing this. Let me come and help you. I'll do this part. I'm very skilled here. I'll do this for you part. Okay, and so if there's some kind of project you've been trying to get off the floor, like you were trying to do with them, but they kept not showing up because they were jealous, I'm sorry. Or they just didn't like seeing you be happy. They didn't want to see you succeed. Even though this would also meant success for them. You've done away with that energy and you're going to be attracting people of like mind who want to see you succeed because your success is their success. They're going to be right in the head, fam. They're going to be right in the head. Let me get one more card. We got another space to fill there. What will be the ultimate outcome? What triumph will Pile 3 have over their bully? What triumph will Pile 3 have over their bully? That one. The Tower. Oh my gosh. Pile 3. This is spiritual power you have here. You have spiritual power. You're going to be shocking the pants off your bully. You're going to see how you're building something with people here, or you're applying your talent, something's getting done. It's going to be huge, monumental. And it's going there. This person's going to see what you're building and be like, oh my, your bully's going to be like, oh my God. What the heck was I thinking? Why didn't I help Pile 3? I could have been part of that. I could have been part of that. So you're going to be a lesson for your bully, Pile 3. You're going to be a lesson for them. You're going to destroy their ego. You're going to knock them off. I think they're thinking, Pile 3 couldn't do it without me. They need me. And, because I've made my judgment over them, they're going to have to suffer the consequences. They're thinking they're passing judgment on you. They're going to have a pull over you. And because of their misguided judgments against you, they get to limit you. They're going to find out that is so far from the truth. That you're going to build something major. And they're going to be humbled by what you do. You are going to be shocked yourself about what it is that you can do. What you're going to come, you're going to shock yourself in the future with what you're going to build. What you build is not only going to discombobulate other people, but you're going to actually maybe even what you build may destroy other people's businesses. Or destroy what they're building. Okay? And let me explain. I'll give you an example. Say you just decide, you're just guided. You're like, I have this vision. I'm plugged into source. I know what I feel like needs to be done here. Maybe you're in an industry and you're like, everywhere they go, they do it like this, they do it like that. And it's just not hitting it. And you're like, I want to open a business that hits it. I think people want this. I'm going to do it. And you're going to succeed at doing it. Succeed at building this new thing, this new structure. And it's going to put the old structures that didn't want to hit it for other people, didn't want to do it right, it's going to put them to shame. You're going to help destabilize a pre-existing industry of some kind or pre-existing structure. They're going to be like, what is Pile 3 doing? Pile 3 is doing something amazing. I'm not you're just going to make them rethink everything. You're going to make your competition rethink everything. You're going to make your bully rethink their lives, their choices. You're going to make your bully rethink their life. You're going to make your bully rethink their choices. You're going to make your bully realize that what they're building without you is complete and utter rubbish. And that you knew what you were doing. You're smart. Okay? And that's what I'm seeing in the cards for you, Pile 3. I hope you enjoyed this message. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If this message resonated with you, then please let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. Please hype me up if you can, okay? This is a new feature YouTube has put out to help small channels like mine to grow. If you want to be part of the growth of this channel to help it succeed, I encourage you to help me in that regard. I would really appreciate it. And remember, whatever you use your hands to help others do good things, the blessings return to you tenfold. Remember that. Thank you so much for watching, and take good care of yourself, okay? Welcome to your reading, Pile 4. So what is Spirit's message or advice for you about your bully? Okay, so you are Pile 4. I'll move your number over to the left here. You chose, or maybe you did not, this Citrine stone. You may or may not have chosen Cancer, Gemini, or Aquarius. Okay, so let's do a vibe check, shall we? So, your bully, let's go ahead and create some resonance as well. I want to create some resonance here. I think your bully tried to maybe bully your reputation. Maybe they tried to bully you by doubting you or doubting your truth, or acting like your truth didn't make any sense, or they were trying to discredit it or something. It's possible that your bully didn't like your creativity or the way you thought, and they tried to stymie it somehow by talking down about it. Or maybe they didn't like your positivity or your sort of like your optimistic mode, and they tried to sort of squelch it, bully it out of you, your joy, your happiness. Perhaps you're very honorable and loyal, and they bullied you because of how loyal you were to someone or something. I feel like there was something you loved or something that made you very happy, and maybe they tried to bully you by warning you away from that thing. They wanted to separate you from that which makes you happy, that which gives you good energy. They didn't want you to be feeding off of that, maybe. They just didn't want you to be happy. That's what I'm getting to. They didn't want you to feel certain about something. I'm also getting like that they, I don't know, I feel like your bully may have been evil. Yeah, sorry, Pile 4. Or cultivated evil energies within themselves. They cast doubt upon you for sure. They try to cast doubt upon maybe your reputation, to make people doubt you, make people feel uncertain about you, or make you feel uncertain or unstable or confused about something. They bullied you. They were like a dark cloud over your joy. They wanted to be a dark cloud raining on your parade, or like they wanted to trigger your shadow. Your bully wanted to see you get dirty. Wow. Your bully wanted to see you get the low vibrational parts of yourself out. They wanted you to get defensive. They wanted you to get angry. They wanted you to accuse them back. They wanted you to fight them back. You know, they wanted to see this bully of yours. They thrive on igniting or triggering or drawing out the negative out of other people or out of you. Wow. Okay. Let's look at what the tarot card is saying. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So your bully may have tried to interfere with an offer you were getting, an opportunity. They wanted to get in the way of your prosperity. Maybe I was kind of getting material success too, but I wasn't sure. Maybe you were happy about being materially successful, and they wanted to get in the way of it somehow. Okay. Let's get more information. We have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, something was making you very happy. Maybe you got a new job, or you got a new offer, and you got a new situation, and it was like your wishes coming true, and they were hating on this big time. They're hating on this. Maybe you got a promotion. Maybe, I don't know what it is. Okay, we got the Fool. Your bully, yeah, I'm getting the shadow. I picked up on the shadow. Look, we got a shadow there. They saw that you were happy. They saw that you have what you got. You know, something was given to you. You have it in your hand there. The angels had made your wishes come true. And they wanted to see if while you were in this state, they could get you to act out. They could trigger you into getting angry. or getting mad, or maybe get you to judge what you'd received. Maybe they were trying to trigger you and trying to tell you, oh, just so you know, you don't really know what you're doing. Actually this offer, it's a trick or something. This is just an example, okay? It's a trick, don't fall for it. They wanted to taint your happiness, make you doubt that this good thing you had was actually a good thing. They wanted you to feel like, oh, it's not that great. They were like, don't get that into it. Don't, you're being naive, that kind of thing. Wow. I'm sorry, pile 4. That can be really annoying. We have the 3 of Cups. Well, the 3 of Cups, I'm getting that you celebrated anyway. You celebrated anyway. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, like, I'm partying this up. No one is going to get in the way of me celebrating the good news and good fortune that's come my way. 9 of Swords. This worried them. They didn't understand. They're like, wow. So despite what I said to pile 4 is going to go ahead and party anyway and celebrate anyway. Did they not hear me? What I said? This made them, they understood you had this offer and you got the things you wanted, but they didn't want you to be happy. They didn't want you to be happy about it, because that's just too much. That was just too much. They wanted you to at least doubt it. They wanted you to not get so into it or something like this. We got the 2 of Cups. You didn't worry. You didn't indulge in worry. Pile 4. You did not allow yourself to indulge in worry, and this worried them in turn. And you focused on accepting this offer. You went ahead and accepted this offer. Maybe it was a proposal, and they wanted you to doubt that this person might be shady or something. These people that seem like they're nice to you and stuff, they're actually evil. You gotta be careful. And you're like, I'm not listening to your stupid stories of negativity and pessimism. I'm not gonna get into it with you. And this bothered them. Okay? I feel like, or they try to trigger it in you somehow. They wanted you to be fearful. But they saw that instead you leaned in and accepted that offer. You celebrated. Maybe you did your engagement. You got married. You tied the knot. You accepted this person, or you accepted this job, or you accepted this offer of money or a loan or whatever it is. And you did not listen to them. Okay, this is how you handled it. And this is what you did right, in my opinion. We have Domino. I'm always feeling lucky. So this is what Spirit has to say about this bully of yours. Domino. I'm getting domino effect. I'm always feeling lucky. So the way you're going to defeat this bully of yours is to lean in. You were leaning into being happy, celebratory. Is the way you're going to defeat them is to lean into, I'm doing great. Yeah, so I feel like a way to defeat this person is to get into your mantras. Get into your positive thinking. Lean heavily into it. I feel like this is going to accomplish 2 things. First of all, it's going to drive them nuts. I'm like, did you not hear what I said? You need to dwell in negative. You need to dwell in doubts. You need to dwell on pessimism. And you need to just be like, this little light of mine. This little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. It's like you need to teach this person by example what it's like to live in the light. What it's like to focus on the light despite being surrounded by darkness. Okay? This person doesn't understand, this bully of yours doesn't understand that life is not meant to be lived only focusing on the shadows and on the nightmares and the potential things that can go wrong. It's not meant to be lived that way. You're supposed to maintain your light while you're surrounded by darkness. You're not supposed to live in fear. You're not supposed to dwell on the darkness, all the things that could go wrong. Okay? And so this is what you need to do to defeat your bully or overcome their energy, is to get into your mantras. I'm going to do great today. Every day I'm getting better and better. I'm feeling lucky. Something's going to go right in my life. Things are going to go well. And you just, even if you sound to them, you sound like an idiot. It's like this is a mission for you. This is going to be a mission. Okay? Your confidence, keep your confidence at an all-time high. This is going to throttle your bully. We got cockatoo. Yeah, that's a cocky bird, right? Your unique voice and lively energy, because I got cocky, you know? Be cocky, be confident. And I know you're not like cocky like that, Pal 4, where you're like, I'm everything and no one's better than me, and not like it like that, okay? But just, I'm great. I know that good things are going to happen to me. I'm good. I'm certain good things will happen to me and for me. Even if some things fall, something good will eventually come around and be for me. I'm always going to have good things coming my way. Like that kind of energy. Confidence in what the universe has for you. Your unique voice and lively energy are your greatest assets. Your zest for life. Light up the world. Yes. Be celebratory. I see you celebrating here. I see you celebrating there. They didn't want to see you celebrating, so you have to keep celebrating life. I can see like the fireworks going off. Okay. Also, I think you might be a singer. For a few of you, you might be into singing, or you might be a great orator or speaker, and you're very lively and upbeat. Keep that up. That is your greatest asset. They're trying to dim your light, Power 4. Your bully is trying to dim your zesty, upbeat, happy energy. They're like, no, dial it down. That disturbs me. Don't you understand? You should be living in the shadows and watching out for all the fears. Which, I'm not saying ignore warnings. I'm not saying that, Power 4. I'm saying let them know that you're aware of the darkness and you're choosing to be positive anyway. They need to learn that. They're conflating the two things. They're thinking being watchfulness and cautious and being aware of what could go wrong means you now have to not party. Do not be excited. Be quiet. It's going to go bad. This is their problem, not yours. Okay? Wow. So this is how you can be defeating them, your bully. We have, I live my truth. No fucks given. I'm real. I'm proud. And I don't bend for anyone. Okay? Now, Power 4, you need to really lean in to your philosophy. It's a solid one. It's a good one. I commend you, Power 4. Okay? And don't bend for this person. Don't bend. Do not bend, not one little bit, not one iota of bending shall you give, or fucks. Okay? It's for this person. Not one iota of bending. Okay? Will you give to this person over their stuff? Okay? I'm sorry. No. This is their problem. They like to live and scared of the shadows and what's coming around the corner. You know, let them be scared. You're not going to be scared. Don't bend. Don't bend that. We got a metal... You got your own special kind of magic that they don't quite understand. And it's this magic that willed all these good things to you, that attracted it like a magnet. And it's their fear that attracted all the things that went wrong to them. And they don't understand those concepts, okay, of, you know, of effect before cause. Effect before cause. You know, there's cause before effect. There's also effect before cause. As above, so below. As within, so without. Okay? Life is a paradox. Meadow rabbit, a state of graceful movement. I'm seeing you should dance it up. Party, dance. I'm seeing music. I'm seeing dancing. I'm seeing drinking. I'm seeing drinking libations. Tea. You know, have lots of tea time and crumpets. Have drink wine, you know, within moderation, of course. Just have a good time. Party it up. Party up that you have this thing in your life. And, you know, dance. Be happy. Be celebratory. All the time. All the time. Let them be like, so what are you celebrating now? And be like, I'm celebrating just because I'm alive. Is that okay with you? You don't got to explain yourself to this person, by the way. Just live by example. We have sister-in-law Juju. This could be your sister-in-law. Hidden jealousy. See, they're jealous of you. Hiding things from you. Doesn't really give an F about you. Giving brother bad advice about you. Okay. So, pile 4. The way you're going to have... the way you can defeat your bully is by seeing them for what they are. Okay? That some of what this is they don't want you to be happy. They're jealous of your accomplishments. They're jealous of your marriage. Possibly for a few of you, you got married. And this person's sort of trying to breed pessimism over your back, over your head. And be a pessimistic shadow around you. And while everybody else is celebrating you. So it's because they're jealous. That's for some of you, maybe most. And they're trying to hide this from you. I think what you need to do here is be aware of this. Be aware of the fact that they may be plotting against you, and because they were not able to succeed at bringing you down and making you be a bit more somber about everything, they may try to find other ways. They may go out of their way to try to make something bad happen for you. So they may try to sabotage or gossip. So be aware of their tactics, and kind of like they were warning you about possibly bad things. It's them. They're the bad thing that they were trying to warn you about, right? Interesting. We got criticizing appearance. Embrace your own beauty and seek validation within yourself. You're perfect just as you are. So this person may have been criticizing how you look. Maybe you got some kind of accomplishment. You're getting married or something. They're like, dude, you need to lose some weight. Okay, that's just an example. You're not looking good. You're not, and they're trying to put they're kind of trying to put a hurt on your happiness, trying to get you to nitpick on yourself. And they're like, maybe you're partying and you're excited and everything, and you're drinking and partying and eating. They're like, do you need to be eating that? If you're getting married, maybe you should be on a diet right now. And you're like, but I don't want to diet. Look, they see you eating. Look, you got cups, drinking. They see plates and spoons, and they're like, stop eating so much. This is just for some of you. Some specific. It's very specific, I know. Just take it with a grain of salt. Apply it to your situation as it fits, and leave the rest for others. But they're just like, they want you to feel like you gotta fit in that wedding dress. You're gonna look real fat when it's time for that wedding, or when you go into that new job. Do you really want to go looking with your tummy that big or something? See? So what you need to do to overcome this is you need to embrace the type of beauty that you currently have. Embrace the beauty you have. Be cocky. Be confident. Okay? And understand that you are perfect just as you are. I'm not saying there's no room for improvement. I'm saying you are perfect just as you are. This is how you're going to defeat their energy. They're going to be wondering, why is Pal 4 not feeling shame or acting ashamed or trying to fix this problem? Why are they just letting themselves just party and act like, there's nothing to fix, there's nothing to heal? Let them wonder about that. That's their problem. Okay? That's their problem, Pal 4. It's your time to enjoy yourself. If you've been chosen as a bride, enjoy yourself. If you've gotten a new work opportunity, well, they saw you the way you were and offered you the job. Enjoy yourself. If you just got proposed to, well, this person dated you with their eyes wide open, liked what they saw. Enjoy yourself. So don't let this hater or bully who's trying to make you feel like you're not good enough as you are for some reason. Could be weight, could be something else. Don't let them ruin your joy. I am not broken. I am unfolding. Exactly. This is how you're going to heal. Affirmations. Affirm. I am not broken. I am unfolding. My journey is a perfect journey. Okay, I'll wait. I am not broken. I am unfolding. I am perfect just as I am. You see, everyone's on a journey, including them. You're on a journey, they're on a journey, I'm on a journey, we're all on a journey. And if the whole time we're going through this journey, we're thinking we suck, so we only get that little bit at the end, or those little sections where we've reached some goal to say we're great. No, can't live life like that. This is how you're going to heal yourself, Pile 4. You're going to heal yourself by affirming and refusing to accept this truth that they're trying to give you, and affirming that you are not broken to yourself. Feel it deep in your bones. Feel it deep in your bones. Meditate it. Okay? Meditate it. Go into deep meditation, and when you are at that place where you are connected with Source, say out loud in all the stillness and silence, I am not broken. I am unfolding, and I am perfect just the way I am. Alright, so we got shadow work, transformation. So I feel like the issue here, it's not that, and we'll go with this weight loss analogy, okay? It's not that you need to lose weight. And maybe that, no, I'm not saying that wouldn't be good for you. Maybe it would be good. Maybe your blood pressure would come down. Maybe your knees would hurt less. I don't know. Maybe you would look better in your clothes. I don't know. Okay? I'm sure there's benefits to be had. But I think the bigger issue here is the way you may be responding to what they're saying or doing. There might be something about the way they're triggering you a little bit. They may be triggering you a little bit, making you question yourself, making you feel like kind of reevaluating yourself, making you doubt yourself. kind of look at yourself and go, maybe I'm not so great. Maybe my bully is right. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Okay? That's your shadow giving in. The shadow of self-doubt. Your shadow self of self-doubt. You need to get self-doubt out of your head. Focus on the fact that you're on a journey. That's it. You're on a journey. Love yourself as you are. Be happy, like to the fullest as you are. And go on your life journey, and you trust the process. Maybe one day when you're laughing and you're happy and you go try on a dress, you're like, I love myself, but I would like to look a little slimmer. Do it from a place of joy. Do it from a place of loving your life. Not from a place of criticism or thinking that you're broken. That's the approach that your bully thinks is going to work for you. That's what you should fight against. Okay? Don't allow your shadow self of self-doubt. Don't let it trigger that shadow self to come into play for you. You got to heal that shadow aspect. We got 25. Create intentional solitude. Get away from this person. This might be someone that you are intimate with. When I say intimate, I mean like have a close relationship with. It could be a sister. It could be, sister or sister-in-law. It could be a mother. It could be a brother. It could be a close friend at work, or a close friend in your neighborhood, or someone you grew up with, or it doesn't matter who it is really, but it's someone I think that you are close to. And I see that it says create intentional solitude. You have to get away from this person. Yeah. So that you can do this work of healing and clearing out that negative energy. You don't need that in your life. Separate yourself from this person. Keep to yourself. Because it's an influence. It's an influence. You can't be fighting it 24/7. You got to get some space from that. You do. Okay? And get into your affirmations. Fill up your confidence. So when you do run into this person, you're so filled with confidence, and they're just going to worry. They're going to worry about, damn, why is Paul 4 seeming so happy when there's obviously something, quote unquote, wrong with them? That's something they got wrong. It says here, I know my worth. I do not settle for less. So Paul 4, know your worth. This is another affirmation you can say to yourself. I know my worth. Repeat. I know my worth. I do not settle for less. Don't settle for less because you think because by your bully standards you're not good enough. Nope. Go for the highest and the best. Go for the highest and the best. That's what Spirit's trying to tell you. Next we have gentleness. Respond softly. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. This person, this bully is not gentle. They're not gentle. They want to shove the dark side down people's throats. Down your throat, anyway. And you need to treat yourself differently than this person treats. I see your inner child crying because of needing comfort. Maybe as a child you needed comfort. Maybe as a child, maybe there's a part of you that knows that what your inner child needs is not a bunch of discipline and self-denial and all this, but comfort, holding, coddling, be soothing. That's what your inner child needs and craves. Respond softly to your inner child. This is how you're going to heal. This is how you're going to heal. Whatever makes your inner child calm down, whatever is gentle and kind towards your inner child, that's what your inner child, that's what you need to heal. Okay? I'm also getting dress in complimentary ways. Dress in ways that make you feel confident. Get some nice fabric and wear clothes that when you look in the mirror make you feel good. There's styles for everybody in every size, every body shape. Choose those clothes. Okay? Yet adversity brings clarity. You're learning something. You've learned something here. Okay? You've learned, Power 4, that, first of all, number one, what this person is like. You've identified them as toxic. Number two, you've realized that this clash is teaching you to stand up for the way you should be doing things. Stand up for a better way. Turning to the light. Turning to gentleness and kindness. Turning to, enjoying yourself, frankly. Okay? Enjoying yourself and loving yourself, and if it's one of those things where you struggle with looking at yourself naked in the mirror or something like this, wear something nice. You deserve that. You deserve to put on something nice. If you're struggling and look, I don't like the way I look, maybe it's your outfit. Even people who are quote unquote slim put on certain outfits and they don't feel good when they look in the mirror. They need to go wear something else to make them feel better. So I wear certain clothes that, I have sleeves, like bell sleeves a little bit. They come down halfway down my arm. Maybe not quite to my elbow, but just to make me feel more comfortable. And then there's and then the inside my waist area is pinched in, right? I like the gatherings and fabric, like a sort of a pinched in or girdled look on the blouse that I'm wearing. The dress is pinched in, brought in. Okay, I like that style. And guess what? I look in the mirror and I love the way I look. No, I can't wear everything. Nobody can wear everything and look great. There are clothes that, even if you're a size 2, if you wore it, you'd be like, ugh, I would love to wear something else. I don't like the way this makes me look. That's all that's going on with you, Power 4. You just need to don't fall for this idea that you're not worthy, that the reason that you ever don't like the way you look is simply because you don't have this ideal body. And I'm just leaning in here with this whole analogy around weight, okay? Or maybe the reason why you're not doing great at this, you don't think you're doing great at this job, is just because you suck. No, that's not why. It could be maybe you're still learning. You're still learning how to do the job correctly. And that phase you're learning is normal for everybody. Or maybe you are, maybe it's not one size fits all. And maybe the methods that they're using to teach you is not quite right for the way you think. You just need to discover the right way to learn this thing. And then it'll click for you. Okay? Never always say automatically it's my fault. I'm not saying don't take responsibility, but this whole, I'm unworthy, that's not necessary, Power 4. Do not, you identify that this person, this bully, is feeding into that narrative of you're unworthy. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Stay away from them. Know your worth. Know that you're worth everything you're getting and more. If you feel like what your inner child needs is to be soothed, cuddled and loved, accepted and fed some nice cookies and tea and crumpets, so be it. I'm seeing tea and crumpets. You must like tea and crumpets, Power 4. Or something like this, okay? Maybe you like a nice little midday snack. That's totally fine. So you have learned through this issue with your bully that this is how you're going to heal. Oh my gosh. This is who I am. This is who I'm not. This is what works for me. And that's not what works for me. That's toxic. And this is wholesome, what I'm doing. So this is going to help you clarify all that. That's what you're going through right now with your bully. Let's go ahead and see. Let me pull a few more cards here for you, Power 4. And let's see what your triumph will be. What triumph will you have over your bully? Or your bully's energy, right? The energy they're trying to bring into your life. What is going to be your ultimate triumph with this energy? What will Power 4's triumph? Power 4's triumph over their bully be? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me get a 5th one. 5. Okay, let's take a look. We have the 6 of Swords. Yes, you're going to look at that freedom. You're going to get away from this person. I feel like this person was trying to jail you mentally. But see the swords, which represents mentality, thoughts, ideas. They're trying to jail your mind, jail your perspective, and get you to only see what they were saying. They wanted you to be restricted and to think only in this way, that you're not worthy somehow. Okay? And I see that you're going to be getting free of this. You're going to be getting free. The jail cell, you're going to free yourself. An angel is going to be freeing you. Okay? It could be that you're going to become more spiritual, and your spiritual enlightenment will free you. I see that the person, your bully, will just be like, all they will be able to do is sit back and put their hands in their head in their face like, oh God. It's like their nightmare. Power 4, you will be their nightmare scenario is, what? They're not listening to me? They're not accepting what I'm telling them about the standards of life? Power 4 is not accepting that they're unworthy? Like I've told them all this time? They're freeing themselves of the ideas I tried to shove down their throat, that they need to remain in the darkness, that they're not fit to be seen, that they're not good enough to enjoy life. They're not good enough for out there. They shouldn't feel free and happy out there. What? This is their nightmare. Jesus, this person's horrendous. So, Power 4, that is one of your ultimate victory or triumph over your bully, is that you're going to be free of this jail cell that they try to keep you in, to torture you with these thoughts, the way they view the world. We got 7 of Swords. You're going to be smart. You're going to avoid this energy. So you're going to be avoiding their bullshit, okay? You're going to be avoiding the darkness that they try to keep you trapped in. You're going to be getting away from it successfully. I feel like you might be sneaking off or something. Or you're going to use your smarts. You're going to use your intelligence to somehow, you're going to elude them. You're going to outsmart your bully, okay? This is how you are going to be triumphant over them. We have the 7 of Wands. You're going to stand your ground. You're going to be successful at standing your ground against your bully. Okay? And I feel like you're going to have allies too. You're going to have people around you who are like, yeah, we agree with you, Power 4. What the heck? We're on your side, Power 4. We got you. Don't worry. And you're going to have people backing you up on your perspective. You're not going to be alone, Power 4. You may need to isolate yourself from this person. But your ultimate triumph over this person, over your bully, is that you're going to have the backing of others standing next to you, looking fly, dressed like you, who believe in the same thing you do, okay? And they're not going to be able to get at you. You're going to be in a stronghold. You're going to be part of a stronghold. We have the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, I see teamwork. You're going to go to work. You're going to and if this is a career thing, you're going to, whatever they're trying to say to hold you back, I don't know that you're good at this, you're not going to be good at this, you're not strong at math, remember? So you might struggle with this job. They're trying to sow seeds of doubt in your head about your ability to do this. You will be doing it, Power 4, and be doing it very well. You're going to be very talented at it. You're going to do great work. Your work will be seen, your work will be appreciated and respected, and you'll be put up there and put out there. Your stuff will be put out there. The Sun, you're going to be very successful. And your work is going to be very visible to others. People are going to see it. Okay? It's going to be very, the Sun is a body in the sky that can be seen the world over. Okay? And, it's just very visible. Everyone will see what it is that you're doing. You're going to be successful. You're going to be happy. You're going to be proud. Your self-confidence is going to be at an all-time high. Okay? I see you raising your arms here and raising your arms here. So there's something about your arms. If this is a body shaming thing, this person tried to make you feel like your arms weren't looking right or something. And you're going to have your arms all up and out there. Because it's like a statement almost. And it's not going to be, you're not going to be living your life in defiance of this person. It's that you're going to be living your life standing up for who you are and what it is you want. Who you feel. Your confidence is going to be there. If you feel like raising your arms, guess what? Your arms are going to be raised. You're going to be out there. You're going to be feeling great. If you want to, do some type of job that is that's one they don't agree with, they think you shouldn't be doing, or you should be ashamed of doing, or that you're not going to be good at doing it, you're going to be doing it anyway. You're going to be damn successful at it. Power 4. You're going to be so successful. You'll be popular. You're going to be well known. You're going to make a name for yourself. That's what I see. Okay? And that's what I see in the cards for you, Power 4. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. If it resonated, then please let me know how in the comment section. Please be sure to hype me up. It's a new feature YouTube has set up for small channels like mine so that we can be more visible. I really appreciate it, and to help me promote this channel, and so that this message will get out there to others. If you would like to support me, I'd really appreciate that coming from you. Now remember, whatever you do, whenever you use your hands to help raise others, that will come back to you tenfold. It's a law of karma. You are if you believe in karma, which I think it's very real, absolutely. I see it in my readings all the time. You will generate good karma from doing this. But most importantly, don't do it for yourself. Do it for the good of the world. Do it for the good of your soul, your spirit. It's a good thing to help others. I do it all the time. Take good care of yourself, okay? And I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye!